Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
What's up?
Happy
How you
Friday.
doing on the interwebs?
What, Claudia?
I said, how you doing out there on the interwebs?
That's right. Yeah. Everyone out there on the interweb. What's crack-a-lacking, people? It is, I'm going to see if I can get it. It is the first official Fraud Fighter Freestyle Friday. Oh, shit. Look at that.
I've got the words.
Let's fucking go and do this damn thing. But before we do, damn, Hunter, you didn't even set all my stuff up here, doggy dog.
Oh, my bad.
Before we do, we'll get into these quick sponsor breaks so we can just get this train of moving out the station and rolling down the tracks. Lane runner. Man, hey, if you're out there dealing with them three-letter monsters, it don't matter whether you're pulling rates or if you're dealing with a three-letter monster carrier or broker. We don't want to deal with them. They got all that data. It's compromised. We're not really sure where it comes from. None of those people ever ran a damn load in their life anyway. Lane Runner, they got the real-time rates, updates every single day. The data is pumped in directly by the users. These are people that design this. They're from the industry. They run freight every day. And just an incredible thing. Go check it out. You got a free trial right now. And tell them that the Logistics Lounge sent you. They can't find the video. Man,
welcome to the future of trucking with Lane Runner. Up-to-the-minute, trustworthy spot market freight rates. Experience real-time, full truckload spot market rates at your fingertips. Stay ahead with our advanced rate alert system, ensuring you never miss a market move. Gain insights with our detailed high and low paying lane reports. Make informed decisions with comprehensive market reports tailored for your business needs. Lane Runner, accurate, real-time spot market freight rates at your fingertips. Efficiency, reliability, and profitability all in one platform. Join Lane Runner today and take your logistics to the next level. Spot market, spot on.
Damn, Skippy, it's spot on. Spot on. You know it's spot on if we're advertising on logistics. Damn it, boy. You know it's spot on from the Logistics Lounge. What else do you expect? You didn't expect that to happen. But what you can expect is for Clint Weston and his team over there at Shoreline Capital to take care of all those factory problems that you have. You got invoices, you need to collect your dollar bills on them, send them over to Clint. They're going to get you funded immediately. They can even do same-day funding. They got those rates that they beat everybody else and a ton more pluses that go along doing business with them. All right, all you beautiful people. We're going to get to some comments first, and then I guess we'll ask each other how our day's going because, man, it's blowing up, but I love to see it. I love to see it. Chris Thomas, hey, listen, this is not that show, okay? We're going to come up with our own phrase, all right? That's not that show, but I appreciate it. Yes, let's F Kelly. Man, Kelly, I'm glad you're able to stop by. I had to hop in on this link so LinkedIn doesn't ban me. That's funny. Tio, what's crack-a-lacking, brother? Glad to see you here. Kelly, what it do? That's what I'm saying. What it do? Katie is the one that coined the term lounge lizards. Katie, how's it going? We have not seen you here in a while. Steve Hunt, choo-choo, glad to choo-choo. That's right. We get this train out the damn station. Glad to see you. Jason Williams, why do I feel like I'm about to get flashed by the All right, Christopher Thomas, what's up? Let you all do a bit, and then we'll hop in. Yeah, man, for sure, brother, for sure. All right, let's get to how everybody's day was. Jeff, what's crack-a-lacking, man?
What's happening, brothers?
We'll start with you.
What's that?
I said we'll start with you. How was your day?
It was bodacious.
Bodacious. Hunter, did you ever make that thing for Jeff?
My name's Tim, actually, but
Tim, that's
right. I'm sorry. If you're referring to the obituary of the bodacious Cowboy's mustache, We're working on it.
No, all right. We
Hey, what the hell? What the hell's up with the sunglasses and everything? Should I get mine on or what?
I mean,
Totally. It's a
yeah,
vibe
man.
tonight.
Well, I mean, we have the infamous Tim Bannon on, dude. You know what I'm saying? So
If you insist.
You guys make a bigger deal out of it than it really is.
no, man, no, brother. We got to do it big for you. Tim, how was your day going, brother?
It was good. I've been anxiously waiting for this. This is the first time Tim has done anything other than type behind a keyboard. So this is out of my normal routine. I'll be honest, I'm a little uncomfortable. So I'm hoping. I hope you guys
You don't have to be that way with us, Tim.
That's what I was kind of hoping.
Yeah, man. No, you just sit back, drink whatever you're drinking. What are you drinking?
Three Amigos tequila.
Oh, sweetness.
There you go.
Oh, there we
Got
go.
a fresh bottle.
Yeah, got the Michelob.
Jeff's got the everybody's
Gotta
drinking
watch
beer
my
except for me.
waistline.
What are you drinking, Claudia?
I'm drinking Crown and Sprite.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. My bad, Tim. What are you drinking, Tim? Crown and Sprite? Well, I mean,
Tequila.
I
Gotta
have
make Tim feel at home.
Oh, Tim, got Tim.
I have mine in glass, but I'm drinking Revolver Brewing out of Granbury, Texas. Holla, holla.
Nice.
Other Tim slash, I don't know, damn Tim.
Yep.
Tim up here. Female
Yeah.
Female Tim, how was your day?
It was good, man. Just another day slinging freight, trying to get some stuff booked and being Tim Bannon. It's a hefty job, but somebody's got to do it.
You're right, brother.
Cheers to Tim's.
It is
Tim,
a hard
How about you, Tim?
hey, hold on a second now.
Other Tim.
What's up?
Female Tim.
Hey, it was another day fighting fraud in the industry. It was all good.
Yeah.
Working on renewal quotes. That's always fun. Carriers, you know what it's like. Oy. So
Well,
doing the things.
that's awesome. You're just doing it the same way every day.
I mean,
know.
it's grinding at it every day.
I know that's right.
Damn.
My day was good until like 2 hours ago when someone hacked my Facebook and cleaned out my PayPal bank account, and now my Facebook, I can't get back into it because they attached their Instagram to it, and so I obviously can't get into that Instagram, and apparently there's something bad on that Instagram, and so they say they have permanently banned me. So tomorrow I'm going to get on LinkedIn, or Monday get on LinkedIn and see if I can find someone in the 5,700 people that I have connected to me that know someone at Facebook. And I'm serious as shit about that because I got 16 years worth of stuff on there, and my Facebook is connected to the Logistics Lounge Facebook. And I have a group of 44,000 people that like nothing's going to get approved. Nothing's going to happen. So yeah. And like I said, they cleaned out my PayPal account. So
Pedro, how many double brokers are hooked up with you?
yeah, right. Yeah, now, right. Isn't that the truth now, huh? Isn't that the damn truth, dude? Jesus, Lord. So, but before that, my day was fantastic. So hopefully it'll get better, man.
I just want to know what bad guy you outed first, because like I'm telling you, anytime I get like sideways with a carrier, with a ghost carrier that's whatever that we know in real, and it's decides they want to cuss me out instead of actually tell me the legitimacy of their company. Every time I do something like that, I get spam calls like a mofo, like for a solid 2 weeks after that. And I'm convinced there is some kind of connection.
Yeah, well,
I
don't know who I did wrong. Honestly, I seriously can't say. I really don't know who I did wrong. But
people are wrong.
Bullshit.
So wrong.
I really don't. I mean, I may, but hey, what one person's definition of doing them wrong may not be my definition. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. Oh, like we just held to the contract. Now you think you've been offended? Like now you got your feelings hurt?
Yeah. Who knows? Exactly.
You know what? I'm knocking wood here. I swear to God, I'm not kidding you when I say this. I've been in the business for 44 years. and not once have I ever had something double brokered. I had something. Somebody stole a whole shipment of engines, but never double broker. Never really had anything like that ever. I'm just lucky, man. I don't know. It's all about vetting the carriers and making sure who you have in your pools when you do business with them. That's why you hear me saying, Pedro, that I only do dedicated, man. I will not do spot at all because it's too high of a risk and less control. I won't dabble in it, man. I stay the hell away from that, man.
It is a daily gamble.
Smart.
New owner operator or double broker. It is scary.
I'll say that I know of, I've only been double brokered once, and we actually caught it because the carrier just paid attention, man. And it was a load of utility trailers out of California. And I can't remember what the amount was that I paid the double broker, but I do explicitly remember that he booked this other guy at $900 cheaper than what I paid him. And here was the thing. And the reason he got the guy is because the dude's MC was only 30 days old. And the reason I know that is because when he was given the BOL by my shipper and saw that it had my company's name on it, like he called, you know what I mean? And found out how to get in touch with us. And so he couldn't get set up with us because he only had 30 days. But we got that special situation that one time our company signed him up for 30 days, because I mean, it's like, dude, what do you do? The guy's already got the freight. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the only time that I know of. I don't think I have any other time because I've never had an issue with the load, but I was really fortunate, dude. That guy matter of fact, he was a retired first sergeant. And he just said, he's like, man, I got a habit of just reading everything. I'm like, I understand. Like,
Yeah, if they all did.
But anyway, we have no news tonight. I just really
good. I can leave early. All right, see you guys.
The first part of my day, I was really, really busy moving loads, but I also got a customer who sent me a referral. And
nice.
This shipper is so freaking cool. They build stuff out of old windmill blades, the big ones. Apparently you can't recycle those because the material they're made out of is so fucking hard that you can't do anything with it. So this guy, he is actually paid to come pick these blades up and turn the business out of it, man. He takes them, chops them up, uses the metal, and they build things out of it. And it's really freaking cool. Dude he says he did almost 1,000 loads in 2023. And I'm like, holy shit, man, that's nice, crazy, man. He says his average is 500, and he told me, said, man, I don't know what it was with 2023. He's like, but we just did a ton of freaking stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
They got a graveyard out in the desert that like a half a mile, if not a mile long, that they take these big, huge blades and they bury them out there, and they just cover them up with sand because they're not biodegradable. There's nothing you can do with them, like you said, and so they bury them. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he told me and what my boss told me. All right, before we get to our guest, we'll go ahead and hit a couple of these comments right here. Katie, that is completely false. I do not know who lied to you. I'm sorry if you were looking.
Get off, Katie. Go.
We love you, Katie. You know you could stay, but if you or anyone else is looking for a safe space, this is probably not the show for you. Dealing with meta is said, you're right. They have all these workarounds that just circle you back to damn workarounds, and there's no phone number. You can't. It's absolutely ridiculous. Matt can't join us tonight. That's right, bro. Matt, we're going to repo that coffee mug, bro. You ain't chilled with us one time. We sent you presents and you just quit chilling, man. Evan, dude,
there he is.
Let us know when you Mitchell and Buddy are ready to hop on.
Let's go.
That's awesome to hear. LOL. All right. So, hey, Matthew McConaughey, one of the greatest Texans ever, right? All right. You know what I mean?
All right.
I love him, man. He's an awesome dude, man. All
He
right.
doesn't love you.
And that's fine. He doesn't, he's he can love. Hey, if you seen his wife, I mean, come on, bro. I wouldn't understand why he doesn't love me.
That's why he doesn't love you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. Dang it, can you get this comment off here? Holy gosh! All right, so y'all have all seen us. We've been pumping this up past few days. If you're watching on LinkedIn or YouTube, you may not be completely aware of who we have on the show tonight. But I promise you, we played it up for a good reason. If you are one of the people on LinkedIn, you know exactly who the Bannon Report is, or who the Bannon Report is, what it is, I should say, and who Tim Bannon is. And so he's never been out there. He's never been on a show. He's never revealed himself at all. And you know what? This is how amazing the Logistics Lounge is. Hunter and I were able to have the man, the myth, the legend,
Stop.
Mr. Bannon come on. So, without further ado,
That is awesome.
And Claudia.
Man, pumped.
that was
It's
Hunter's
fine.
idea.
That was awesome.
I was trying to figure out a way to put you in the video, and Hunter goes, dude, he's like, Claudia will so get this. He's like, do a big thing for Tim. He's like, and then put and Claudia.
Hell, you didn't mention me, which is a good thing.
I would still put that at the top of the website. I would
Yeah.
put that whole video, and I'd even leave in the with Claudia.
Yes. He knows.
She honorable
Hey, I
mention.
think she'd be there too.
Yes. Mr. Bannon, I guess the floor is yours. If you want to start off, tell us a little bit. Tell us whatever you want to tell us. And I'm actually going to pull up the questions you and I talked about too. So
Okay.
we can do that as well.
I had a connection issue. Just giving you a heads up. You guys all went spinning wheel on me for a second. So if I don't know if one of my kids is sucking the bandwidth, but if that happens, I apologize. So, yeah. So the Bannon Report, if you're not familiar with it, is it's a kind of a carrier vetting platform. We're three people, not including Claudia. She's part of the inner circle, but myself and Keith and Matt, they work as a brokerage and a carrier, so they have a lot of industry experience, and they are part of the trio. And we are all very much against double brokering and even what it's turned into, the fraud and the theft. And we try to educate. It seems like we're doing that a little bit less. We're doing more fun memes, but we're there. We're mostly on LinkedIn. We're on the other platforms, but LinkedIn seems to be the spot that we like without getting too many funky comments and connections. So it's been a good place for us to connect with people. And the LinkedIn is always open. I get half a dozen messages a day from people that ask me if I'll look at an MC for them or what my thoughts are on an MC, and a lot of people that just share their double brokers to make sure that I've got them flagged so our people can learn from it. So Claudia and I met, so I guess Tim Bannon came on the scene about a year ago this month, actually, and we started out with a LinkedIn page that got taken down shortly thereafter, maybe a couple of months later, because Tim wouldn't or couldn't verify his identity. And LinkedIn has pretty strict protocols on you being a real person. So we started the Tim Bannon company page, which is totally legit, and then obviously Christopher Allen on LinkedIn, kind of as the front person. Keith and Matt, they also have a LinkedIn channel called Carrier Vetting, and they do they post on there as well. So a lot of the same people follow them as well. But we all are involved in the awareness and making sure people know what's the latest and greatest scams that are happening out there.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the people that sends him random messages throughout the day. Well, like you guys know that I have like multiple, different hats that I wear. And excuse me, wearing one hat over here, and someone will pop on and ask me about an MC, and I'll take. Excuse me. I'll take a quick glance. Hey, look.
We're gonna touch on how amazing of a LinkedIn connection you are later.
She is. Yeah, we do talk a lot, and if I've got something I'm looking at, I reach out to her regularly to, she's got her heebie-jeebie meter. I don't know if she told you guys about that.
Heebie-jeebie meter.
The heebie-jeebie meter. And man, when her heebie-jeebie meter goes off, you just better walk away from it. It's
what that means is when that's pinging off, first of all, there's a bad guy. Secondly, like sometimes my heebie-jeebie meter goes off, but like I can't prove it. Like I got my ops team trying to load this carrier, and they're like, "Hey, let's put them on it." I'm like, no.
You gotta trust that gut. You gotta trust that gut.
They're like, no, we need to instead of us. Of course, it's a hot load and blah blah blah, all those things. And
you're right, Sam. Trust that gut.
That's when I can't prove it. I'm like, man, I'm just telling you, don't do it. But anyway, that's right, Sam.
All right. So,
right.
questions. Let me. Sorry, man. I gotta pull these things down, bro. I already really need to be wearing these.
That's fine. You do you, Tim. Whatever you need.
I feel you, brother.
Tim Bannon fraud right here.
Yeah, Tim Bannon, that's right.
These are prescriptions, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
I need some.
All right. So you already answered the first question, brother man. So you're not a broker or a carrier, or a dispatcher that we know of.
No.
So who are you? What are you?
Are you an investigator?
Yeah, investigator. But it's not the day job. I've had several different hats. Speaking of which, I work in the fashion industry, and not a lot of people know this. Reed with Lost Freight. You guys, he's probably told you. You know him as the what's his hat say?
Please advise.
Sorry. I don't know. So you know him as the please advise guy, and he's probably. Have you guys had him on the show? Haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he tell you the whole story behind the please advise?
He may have, but I've slept since then.
He probably didn't. He probably didn't tell you the truth. What you don't know about Reed is he's kind of a big deal in the fashion world. He's an amazing designer, and that's how. No, I'm serious, and that's how he and I met. I know you look at him in his sweatshirt and his hair that doesn't look like it's been had a brush through it in it forever, and you think that guy cannot be in the fashion industry, but he is, and he's maybe it's more of a niche crowd, but he's pretty incredible, and he and I worked together because I was involved in I don't know what you would call it, but every fabrics, they all have a way they lay, so and that's all comes down to the folds and the creases and the pleats and the seams and the hems and stuff like that. So I was the guy who when he would work on, when he'd have a new product coming out, I would work with him to make sure that we put those pleats and the creases and that kind of stuff, we get them in the right place so they fit, so they fit right. So it was a little bit of a good experience working with him. Hold on a second. So when I was doing what I was doing, I was known as the pleat advice guy. So
No,
Tim, that took a long time.
Oh God, was that even worth it? Was that worth it? That was not.
That's hilarious.
That was totally not worth it, was it? I'm so sorry.
Dude, that is amazing. Pleat advise.
All right, that's That is the last lie I'm going to tell you guys tonight. Okay, so that's it. We're clear now. Hold on.
Incredible.
I love puns. That is a great pun. That is such a good pun and kind of a troll that you should so fucking make that hat, dude. I'm serious. That stuff is so funny. Oh man, Katie, we're glad you love it.
So let me
I
ask you this, Tim.
Yeah.
The real Tim. So
yeah.
you know, my wife graduated from FIT in the city, and she was in the fashion business and everything. And since you were in the fashion industry,
that was all part of the lie. You know that, right?
Oh, is it a lie? Okay,
that was all part of the lie. But I fucking nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You did. Because I was trying to get the link between fashion. I'm saying either this guy got an incredible load worth millions of dollars stolen, and he was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to nail these guys, and that's what started the whole thing. I mean, there's a great lie for you right there. But
yeah. No, that I know. Sorry, I don't know. I just had to do that.
Dude, that was great.
Hindsight, it's all right. I hope Reed gets to watch this at some point and say what he's talking about.
So how did you get started with this? Seriously,
so
what happened that caused this to go?
Jeff,
here's the background. So
hold on, Jeff.
Where's Tim?
Or Jeff.
What's that?
Jeff, can the host ask the first interview questions? You just asked my question.
Jeff got duped. Now he needs to answer.
I'm curious, man. I'm curious about this whole thing.
Sure.
Tim. Okay. Who is the Bannon Report?
All right, so the Bannon Report. So I work in logistics in the sense that I have been in the packaging industry since 1987. So I worked mostly in corrugated manufacturing, which is a fancy name for cardboard boxes, but mostly as a distributor. So there's logistics involved in getting the boxes and the foam and everything to the whoever's packing it before it gets to you guys. So I like to think that I was kind of involved, or I'm kind of involved in logistics. I also was a wedding photographer for nearly 12 years while I did the packaging industry. COVID kind of put an end to the wedding photography, and I was kind of getting too old to do that. So we wrapped that up. We moved, and I started working for a commercial insurance agency. So that's where I first learned out about double brokering, was from my experience on the insurance side. So along the way, in an effort to try to help. So let's back up and talk about brokers for a minute. And I don't want to be harsh, but there's a lot of brokers that even today, with as much information that's out there about double brokering, there's a lot of brokers, maybe they're coming into it, or maybe they're like, Jeff said he's never had any trouble, so they get relaxed, maybe. I don't know. But, there's a lot of brokers that hand the loads to the wrong carrier, and Tim Bannon was a way to. He started out as just an email address to be, so it wasn't a conflict of his other interests, and it was a made up name, and he could reach out to brokers and to carriers and offer up some insight as to what was going on in the industry and how they can avoid giving the load to the wrong person or picking up the load from the wrong person. There's the bad the brokers in the double broker scheme are the big problem. The carriers just come and go like this. We talk mostly about the carriers, but those loads all get rebrokered, and it's a little harder to catch those guys. That's kind of Keith and Matt's specialty. They kind of just troll the load boards in the spot market, and are able to find the bad brokers and add them to our do not use list. So they, when Tim Bannon started, before he came on to LinkedIn, and so he did his part there to try to help and try to educate. And along the way, met Keith and Matt, who were doing their own kind of double broker crime fighting. And there was this simpatico between the three of us, and we just been, in love with each other, ever since.
Here's the big question that I have. The thing that like really gets my wheels turning is you say that you working in the insurance industry is what got you what's kind of got you pulled into this. What exactly was it that happened that you were like, okay, something's not right here?
Okay, so and I hope this doesn't. I hope my short amount of time in the fraud world doesn't, say, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. He hasn't done anything yet. I've done nothing for the last 18 months but learn about double brokering. Just not because, for no other reason other than I obsess over things, and it was like photography. When I was learning to become a photographer, I didn't leave the house without the camera, and I believe that whole theory that, it takes 10,000 hours to master something, so I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. Photography was like that for me too. I still do photography. I don't do weddings anymore, but it's a passion, and I'd like to get back to doing that for the soul. But now I fucking forgot what you asked me.
Now.
I asked you. No, go ahead. Go ahead,
No.
Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
No.
Remind him what I asked him.
What, Tim? Can you tell Tim what he asked Tim?
Not now.
Everyone is like,
she's gonna get shy. Now she's gonna get shy.
All the viewers are like, these people are completely unhinged and off their fucking meds.
I mean, look, it's Friday. It's Friday.
Okay.
Cheers.
All
Well,
right.
hey,
all right.
black and white, Tim. I do got a
in that
question.
cup, Tim.
Which she Tim, middle Tim,
She Tim.
left Tim, bottom Tim,
Real
Top
Tim.
right, Tim.
My
Tim. I love that.
Timonia. Timonia. That's what I call her. Timonia.
pleasure to meet you.
Oh, so you asked me about how I came to. So anyway, I was doing menial, not important paperwork, pencil pushing shit. Somebody called and said, I just got double brokered by one of your insured. And I'd never heard the term double brokered. And I said, congratulations, that's awesome. When is double not better? Double shot, double pepperoni, double scoop of ice cream. I mean, who knows anything bad that's a double your money. So anyway,
Pretty much.
I learned about double brokering. I did some preliminary research. I found, of course, Joe Howard. He's the first person I tried to connect with when I got on LinkedIn, and he immediately blocked me because, I came on as Tim Bannon, and he knew that was a fake. So he still has me blocked. We've settled our differences. He knows I'm the real deal, but he can't figure. He's blocked so many fucking people that he can't find me on his block list. So I'm still blocked from him. So if he will send a message to Keith that Keith will relay to me that I can relay back. Because he can't unblock me. He can't find me. So that's kind of how I fell into it. I found out about somebody getting double brokered and did some research. Okay. And
so then why this specific thing of all the shit that you probably had come across your desk doing what you were doing? What was it about this thing? And you were never even in the logistics industry. So like, why give a shit about us? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't give a shit about you, truthfully. But it wasn't just that. It's, you hear the conversations from the truck drivers, and I started in it after COVID, and I understand during COVID time, everybody was raking in cash and killing it. In the freight industry, but it's gotten progressively harder. for carriers. It's gotten very hard for legitimate carriers. So you hear the carriers complaining about not being able to get loads or the rates are too low, and you see them, just closing up shop. And
Uh-oh. Do you hear him?
No,
Nope. Lost him.
someone hacked him.
Someone
hacked him.
hang on.
Tim, shut up,
Back
Tim.
again.
Tim.
I don't know. It's
There he
my
is.
internet.
Hey,
So
we got you now.
it just became, it was sad to see the real carriers struggling while the double brokers were just collecting their
Winning.
$300 to $500 and doing nothing. With Keith and Matt, we just decided to, if not, we're not gonna fix the problem. That's gonna take a lot more than even the best of the freight fraud fighters. It's a government level kind of problem that isn't being addressed by the government, and there's a lot of cleanup to be done before it's fixed. But we can, while we're here, make others aware and help. Try to help others not give the load to the wrong carrier.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of people that are doing that. There's a ton, and there's more and more vetting or carrier onboarding or identification platforms out there that will make it harder for the double brokers to do their thing. But it's causing, I think we're already seeing that it's causing them to just resort to just fucking stealing the truck, and then selling the shit.
Yep.
That, and I saw someone post this on LinkedIn.
Get Chris on to talk about straight theft.
I saw someone post this on LinkedIn, and it fucking blew my mind. They didn't double broker the load. I'm not gonna say it, man. I wish I could find the post. Basically, the carrier also has a factoring company.
Sure.
And man, like, I'd have to go read the post. Like, I can't remember exactly how to explain it, but like, basically, they were able to take this, or get another carrier to do it. They took the money. Now they can't get recouped for it. It's just this crazy, nutty thing. It's like, holy shit! Like, they're literally setting up factoring companies to help commit their freaking fraud and stuff, man.
We've talked about that a little bit too. Sorry, Tim, upstairs, Tim. We've talked about that a little bit in that we've found where they've set up. They get somebody licensed as an insurance agent, so they set up an insurance agency to do their thing as well. And you can track it back to, they've got somebody who does their DOT authority. Who the fuck is Indie Trucker? What, is he asleep?
He's showing off for you.
This is a lounge.
He's not.
This is
He
a
was
lounge.
on yesterday.
Is he wearing a Pleat Advice hat?
That's right.
In the truck parking club shirt,
Oh.
baby.
Nice.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
In a trucking park place too.
Lounging. Lounging.
We were just talking about double brokering and like how sometimes it's a little bit and the straight theft and avoiding straight theft and that kind of jazz.
And how they integrate it. They take care of everything.
Yeah.
They'll set up your insurance. They'll set up your DOT authority.
Sorry.
You do your IRPs for you, and it's
Yeah.
all connected. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
I had one the other. Somebody called me that said, I load got double brokered, and I looked at it, and I honestly I wouldn't have caught it. It was one of those ones where an MC had been sold, and they were still operating it like it was the old MC. So there was nothing really to tell you that it was bad, but it went bad.
No
But
red flags.
what happened was it was double brokered, and they tendered the load to somebody who held the load hostage from the double broker. So there was this whole weird vibe, weird thing going on where nobody could be upfront with what was going on because they were all involved in basically this theft of this product, and
sort
it
of
finally
shadiness.
ultimately got delivered. But I told the broker that just don't pay anybody for a while. Let's wait and make sure that everybody's the carrier that says delivered it. Make sure they did. Make sure another carrier doesn't come back looking for money. And I tell him, I said, it's like, how do you do this? I said, you catch them before they take your load. Once you tender them a load and they pick it up, it gets so much harder to just to fix the problem.
Definitely.
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
Where'd Tim go? He's the host of the fucking show, and he just left.
Oh, I do got a question.
And he puts himself on mute. He tells me to shut up.
Yeah, right. He didn't even give us
should I take this and drive this, Hunter, or what? I mean, Tim.
What's up?
Take it away, Jeff.
Tim, what's up, Tim Hunter?
What's going on? So
come on, host.
Right, so
let's go.
Y'all are down so y'all are on the load boards. Like, are y'all just like ghost posting and catching these bastards live time?
The Keith and Matt, I'm not sure exactly what they do. We'll get them out soon. Maybe we'll have them on another call. I invited them, but Keith said he'd let me get raked over the coals first, and then if it's not too bad, maybe he'll come out the next time and talk about what he does. But he, I guess on like on DAT. You can put a heart or a star next to through the carriers you like or the brokers you want to work with, right?
Hey, Evan Shelley, I got a bone to pick with you, bro. You know what didn't show up in my package, dog?
Ooh. Separate. It's separate box. It's separate box.
Okay. All right. Because I was going to stick this through.
Hey, those damn 3PLs, bro.
Tim Bannon.
The LQT out there.
Tim Bannon.
Hey, hold on a second. For my friend Evan, here we go.
Yeah, I like that hat, man.
See that?
That's good stuff right there.
I'm feeling pretty left out of this whole swag thing. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now.
Did you fill out the swag form?
Evan and I are the only mofos who don't have any. So
I'll send you the pleat advice hat, Claudia.
Dude, the pleated vase.
That looks fucking hilarious. Pleated vase.
Hey, thanks for thinking of me, Tim.
Wait, I can't wait till Hunter makes these shirts that he's going to make for us four, Tim. For the four Tims, Hunter's going to make. Dude,
they're for everybody, dude.
Oh,
but no, I'm the real Tim Bannon. All right,
if you guys start selling those T-shirts, we're going to have a discussion first about proceeds.
Absolutely. We'll let you run the shit.
I'll just take a little bit of royalty. That's all.
Yeah, dude, man, these shirts are awesome. I'm gonna see. I know I have one. A picture of it. It's right here. I'm gonna share my screen, dude. Since nobody knows who Tim Bannon really is, he can just be everybody. Everybody can be
that's Tim Bannon right there. That's the real Tim Bannon.
So who's going to put that on and walk down the street in Glendale?
Glendale.
Well, the real Tim Bannon, please come forward.
Been here all night. What are you talking about, Jeff? Oh, man. What's going on, boys?
Oh,
Indy,
man.
You been out there causing some ruckus, yeah?
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to, Hunter?
Indy.
He said Indy.
Oh, mate. I didn't know which boys we was talking to. Yeah, we're out here at Wildwood. I'm parked right next to Daniel and Phyllis Snow. If you don't know who that is, they're trucking legends.
Goose.
The Goose. Been on all kinds of truck show circuits. They're currently recruiting for Bennett family of companies. Just some really awesome people. Got to have supper with them and just really nice time. And looking forward to hanging out with them more this week. It looks like we're going to kind of make this an impromptu party here at Wildwood. I believe Jacinda Lady Trucking might be stopping by tomorrow and saying hi as well. So, yeah, this is going to turn into a big weekend here in Wildwood, Florida.
Fun.
It's weird how there's so many different truckers there that are all very active on social and shit. Did you guys fucking plan that or something?
No. So I just pulled in the parking lot today and
that big green truck.
Yeah, so hopefully we get another surprise here very, very soon. I hope. But I was going to meet somebody else, and I was driving around back, and there it was. I was like, I am parking right next to them and going over and making some new friends. And you know what? Mission accomplished. I even got this awesome poker chip here from their friends and one of their sponsors.
Oh, Van.
Bull Snot.
Yeah,
Dude,
Van Brown.
have you got one of these poker chips? They're like
Oh,
real deal.
Yeah.
Man, these things are you need it. This is the business card of champs, man.
You guys
This
ever
is
use bull snot? You ever use bull snot, Chris?
Man, I got a whole bunch of bull snot in the truck that my new friends
what
just
is
loaded
that?
me up. So it is
What is
window
bull
cleaner.
snot?
Come on now, man. It tastes great.
Yeah, it's all kinds of cleaning truck cleaning products. You know, instead of using the snot out of your own nose, you use a cow's snot. Get on there and use a little bit of elbow grease. But no, it's window cleaner. We got some tire dresser out there, and some I guess some kind of cleaner wax for the truck. We'll have to get on there and get some trials with it and get some shout outs there. You know, and they're on social media all over the place. They just got on the Freight X community though. Right now they're just on the. Yeah, we're gonna get them out. I was hoping to get them on the podcast. I was hoping to get them on the podcast tonight, but it's getting a little bit late and they were tired, so we we're gonna have to. They're a little bit older than we are.
Look at Jeff.
A little bit older.
Jeff got his sunglasses on. Nice.
You wouldn't understand.
Jeff gets up at 4 a.m. He eats dinner at 2:30, and he's in bed at 7:15.
That's me. That's what I do.
Nothing wrong with the
Every
early
fucking
bird
day.
special.
Oh man, no,
Tim messages me so damn early in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck are
Well,
you
I'm
doing?
I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Too.
Yeah.
I walk my dog at 4 a.m. and that's when Keith will tell you. I'm usually messaging everybody at 4 in the morning my time, but that means it's
I'm not
6 in the morning or 7.
No way.
Dude.
No way. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Hell no.
Indie Trucker, sorry, I didn't hear where you
that
said.
I wake up.
Hey, Indie Trucker, where are you? I saw the poker chip. I was just wondering where you were right now.
Yeah, I'm parked at the TA down here in Wildwood, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in
Good
Vegas.
point.
I see poker
Oh,
chips.
nice.
I just think Vegas.
Very, very nice.
Is there bonfires and shit going on around
Hey,
there?
listen, original Tim Bannon. Indy is made a deal that something about maybe getting to go to this conference out in Vegas. And he might be able to get himself a ticket, but it's going to be hard for him to find a place to stay. And I happen to remember somebody who might be out that way. So if you know somebody in Vegas,
Casa de
be
Bannon.
out there.
We've got a guest room.
So,
Man, cool.
Is that an
See,
open
Evan-
invite for the gang?
Evan is about to cough up that cheddar, bro. Look, everyone is conspiring against you, Evan. Evan said,
Wow.
if you can get out here, I'll buy you a ticket.
I want him.
Hey,
I want him to make it. I want him to make it. I want him to
I know
fucking
you
make
do,
it.
brother. I know you do.
Yeah, man. I was talking.
I feel like you can
to
just show up and walk in. You don't even need a damn pass. You just walk in.
No, that's what he doesn't understand is I'll fucking get him in for free.
Yeah. You don't know this guy.
What is the conference that's in Vegas?
Manifest.
It's
What is
like
that?
the future of supply chain.
Okay.
The future
Yeah,
of
so it's-
supply chain.
That's
Yeah,
what
so
it
it's
said on the
more-
interwebs.
It's all about technology.
Yeah, it's more like technology oriented, more corporate suit and tie, white collar type stuff. But I think it's always great to have as many truckers as you can at events like that because truckers can look at shit at those events and just say that's bullshit. That's
Sure.
bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because these tech companies will go raise a few $1 million and they don't have a product that anyone really even wants to fucking use. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't talk to their customers.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's odd.
I will tell you, I expect there to be, though, a lot of carrier vetting or carrier onboarding companies, software, that type of thing. I fully expect them to be there representing, trying to grab that audience. So
That's a hot topic
they'll be
these
out
days.
there.
Oh yeah,
Whoever's
definitely. Other
out
way.
there, check them out for sure. It'd be
Hey, Evan.
interesting to see who all shows.
Yeah, hey Evan, you should go to the Broker Carrier Summit in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, there's
Yes,
a.
Evan.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
man.
I'm
I
trying
thought
to
it was
get
like an
there.
annual event in Tampa.
Do it. I'm telling you.
No, it's
yeah, I'm on
twice
the
a year
committee.
they move it.
Yeah, I'm on the committee, and I'm telling you, the first one we had was in Indianapolis. We had 75 attendees. The one in Tampa was 227 attendees. I'm trying to break the 1,000 mark right now. I mean, it is growing leaps and bounds.
This comment's for you, Jeff, right here.
What's that?
It's the April 22nd through the 24th.
April 22nd through the 24th. Go to the website, Broker Carrier Summit, Kansas City. Check out the agenda, the topics. We have some awesome sponsors. I mean, a plethora of them, and outrageous speakers as well.
What y'all need to do, what you need to do is just go back and watch Wednesday's fucking episode. And Dan
There you
Lindsay,
go. There you
part of
go.
the Broker Carrier Summit, was on and talked all about it. And we chilled and hung out and talked shop and shopped. And man, Jeff, hey, I wish that, man, I still wish that we could have recorded that backstage, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Jeff doing a big show up there.
Manifest, I think, is like February. It's the first week or two of February. I don't know who this is. I can't see, like,
it's the 5th through the 8th, I think it is, right?
5th through the 7th, yeah.
But anyway, go. Anyone Broker Carrier Summit. Hey, it is going to be an amazing event. We're all trying to make it out there. Hunter and I are trying to be the first person or the first podcast out there to do a media event. But go back and watch Wednesday's show. It was amazing. As soon as the show came on, we were all like belly laughing, man. That was so
hilarious.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a shameless plug in here. I turned 30 on the 24th, by the way. So like anybody trying to buy your boy a good or a good birthday present out there, like
you're a freaking baby, man.
Happy
30.
birthday.
I have socks older than Hunter.
What?
Just call me Papa Bodega.
Hunter's baby. All right, Evan, how old are you?
That shit does trip me out when y'all talk about how long I've been in the industry, and I'm like, I wasn't even born yet.
How old are you, Evan?
29.
Oh, look at these two, man.
29.
I mean,
How old?
Hey, we're keeping it alive, all right? Y'all gotta give us some slack here. We're keeping the spirit of
Where's
it.
this Tim? Hey, this Tim, how old are you?
I'm 29 as well.
Baby.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Hey, run fast, run hard. You know.
Hey, I'll tell you what. When I started before deregulation, 1980. Been there a long time. You want to talk about the evolution of logistics?
Oh, shit.
Everything in there.
We got everybody on this bitch right here, man.
Fleet advice. Fleet advice.
Fleet
Almost got everybody.
God.
Yeah.
I can't stay very long. I have to go to dinner, but I figured I'd pop by.
You didn't watch the first part, did you, Reed?
I watched like 5 minutes, and then I had to go put my daughter down. What did I miss?
Okay, good. Then he probably hasn't seen it.
Hey,
So.
hold on, before we go on, I don't. Evan, I think you've done it before, but if anyone wants to try to add their social media, who's going to stay on the show, and try to pull some more people in.
Oh shit! I
don't
totally
know
forgot
how
about
many accounts you can add, but y'all should have the ability to add your social media.
I'm on the wrong browser. Hold on one second.
Yeah, bro. My bad. I totally forgot about that.
Why are people leaving now?
No.
They're
not. Indy's still here. He just pulled this up off the stuff.
So Reed obviously didn't see the expose, did he?
When you do that, it takes you out.
You got to show them the true bespoke hat there.
Okay.
No. I'll just wait for him to watch the rerun.
No, do it
There you
again,
go.
bro. Do it again.
Put the
That
hat
was
on?
amazing. That was fucking amazing.
You have to put the hat on.
Yeah,
Greg.
tell the story. Tell the story. That
I
was
can't do that again. That
amazing.
was
Wait, but,
pathetic.
like, maybe a
That
little
was
faster.
awful. That was awful the first time. It'll be worse this time.
No, it was great the first time.
I
But at
was
least
told
show
I
him.
bought
At
it.
least show him the hat.
Reed,
We won't talk about the origin of the hat.
What's
Just gotta
up?
see it. Oh, he's frozen. He'll be back here in a minute. Dude, didn't know you were in the fashion industry.
yeah, Reed, I told him about right back. I'm coming back. Here I am. Sorry, it went blank again. I told him about Reed. I told him about when you and I worked in the fashion industry together.
What did we do together in the fashion industry, Tim? You have to remind me.
Well, I told him that you are a famous,
Designer.
well-known, kind of on the indie circuit fashion designer, and that I used to be involved in the the finish work, like the creasing and the folds and the pleats and stuff like that, and we would make those recommendations. And I told them that you kind of got the idea for Please Advise from because I was the pleat advice guy.
Oh,
So you don't remember any of that, do you?
I don't know how to fold. I don't know how to fold pants with pleats at all. Like, I don't know how to fold pants. Period. So I would have needed your assistance with something like that.
He literally fucking said, he said, nobody knows this, but me and Reed know each other from the fashion industry, where we go
was
way
so
back in
convincing.
fashion. I was like, you're fucking
It was a hell of a
nuts.
build-up.
And even
Very
after everybody knew I was joking, Jeff asked me some questions. He thought I was in the.
See,
I did.
You built it
I
up
was
so well.
fine in it.
You built it up incredibly well.
It's all in the delivery.
I mean, when you're a good bullshitter, I mean,
Exactly. My wife asks me questions all the times, and I answer, and it's always wrong, but I deliver it with such force and enthusiasm that she has to question herself, and she's usually right, and I'm usually
We
wrong.
gotta question everything Tim says. Apparently,
I feel your
He's-
pain.
You really
he's
do.
he's in the business
know what? You don't have
of
to question.
exposing double brokers, but
Yeah.
we got to question everything he says. I think.
You do.
Except for whenever
Hey,
he
what's
says,
happening,
don't
Rob?
use that carrier. If he
Except-
says, don't use that carrier, don't use the fucking carrier. Do you hear me, people? My
And
word.
when I say don't use that
Yeah, man, we
carrier,
got
I've already
tough.
checked
We got
with
real
Claudia
tough,
to
guys.
make sure it's
I'm
okay to
only
say
up.
don't use that carrier.
Don't do it.
Who
Don't
else we
fucking
got
do
on
it.
here? We got We got Chris
Who's on
and
the
we got
bottom
TJ.
corner?
That's TJ down there. TJ must be a little. Oh, is he driving right now? Wow. This is
that cool? Is that loud?
TJ wrote pleat advice on his little intro.
That's my new company.
Advice.
I'm
Pleat advice.
Pleat advice. I'm gonna pleat advice, and I'm my new company.
Hey, DPF guys, Atlanta, Georgia folk. Yeah, what's up?
This is a pretty star-studded cast we've got here.
Oh,
So,
Evan, check it out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know who that star is, but I mean, geez.
yeah, this is we got Indie Trucker, we got Chris, we got TJ driving. This is I don't think
Hey,
we.
do you know
we've
what they
got some
pay
real
for
celebs
appearance
in our midst.
fees? They pay big money for appearance fees. Yeah,
And look,
James is on
This is-
Truck Parking Club. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Started
and this
raining.
is
I had
Tim Bannon's first ever podcast.
This is my first ever coming out. This is my coming out event. This is where I'm coming out of the closet, and I've
We're
never
so
been
happy
on.
to be part of it.
I've never been
I
on
would've-
YouTube before.
So you can get him to come on the show for 20 grand.
Yeah, it wasn't
cheap.
cheap. It wasn't cheap for them to get me on here, but I think
know.
I think they'll get a good return on their investment.
I'm surprised you don't have a
Me
voice
asking
changer or
500
something
bucks
like
was
that.
bad. I mean, geez.
I am using a voice changer. I actually have a very high pitched voice. I actually sound like Claudia.
I will take it. I have been trying to get Tim on the show. Man, I think you and I had our meeting in November.
I was
when
gonna say
you
it was
and
at
I
least a
did
month
the,
ago.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
been a while.
We've been
Yeah.
and we've been hooked up on LinkedIn for quite some time. So it took some doing to bring the man, the myth, the legend out from the shadows, kind of, sort of, halfway, you know. But,
This is my look.
incredible show.
I'm moody and mysterious, so I have to roll with that.
I'm glad you're fully embracing that.
Hey, Evan, we yeah, right. Evan, we never got to how was your day, bro? What'd you have popping today?
Couple calls, couple meetings, setting. Actually, I'm gonna look at it. What was my schedule today?
Evan said, "Look, I was chilling by hot tubs, smoking $100 cigars all day." So like,
it was a cigar and IPA kind of day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Listen, what are you drinking, Evan?
Those same IPAs. Let's see.
That's Space Dust.
From last night. That's Space Day. That's pretty good.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
What is that? Space Dust, huh?
Yeah, it's if you like IPAs, it is a good IPA. If you like IPAs,
I gotta tell you, Jeff will agree. I'm probably the second oldest, maybe a little bit behind Jeff, but man, it's good to be alive right now with all of the independent little beer manufacturers, and there's so many good choices and flavors and flavor profiles out there. You know,
Chattanooga. Every time I go out, I find a new brewery.
There's a new beer all the time. Yeah, it's awesome.
Hey guys, can I do a shout out real quick? If you guys haven't looked at this,
go ahead.
you need to look at this. You need
paid
to
sponsor.
Dude, I saw that today.
Yeah, that was
you
awesome.
need to order one of these. You have to.
What is it?
Why the fuck
Is
wasn't I on
that
that
G-Face?
Great Bandit.
This is the best magazine ever created.
Freight
Okay,
Panda.
you guys need to order one of these.
Is that you on the cover?
Why?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Tim, you'll especially appreciate this feature on double brokering in here.
Sure.
Yeah. This is hot off the press. Freight Bandit magazine. People need to order it. Shout out Freight Bandit.
Was that G-Face? Is that G-Face on the cover?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He probably published that magazine himself.
G-Face, dude.
All right, guys.
He's got a bigger ego than fucking Reed does.
I try. Oh my God, we've got Hunter. I have to go right.
He's alive.
What's up?
Oh, he's alive! Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
What's up,
Hunter,
fellas?
Get some light,
glad
bro.
to see you in the land of the living.
Yeah, I'm fixing to come alive here. I just got off the phone, and I'm fixing to go in the shop here. So I'll shed some light on you guys where you can see me.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Evan told us last night that he was making funeral arrangements for you.
Yeah.
That's how sick you were.
He said
He'll
what?
About how sick you were.
He said you were so sick that he didn't think you were going to recover, so he was making funeral arrangements.
Man, I about died, man. This shit's about killed me. I feel like I've been run over by a truck.
No, he was sick. He was really, really sick. It was wild. What are you, Hunter? 36?
I'll be 38, man, in 2 months. I'm getting old, boys.
And he
You're
put him
getting
down
old.
for a week, right?
Jeez.
He had the vid.
I ain't never sick, man.
Bro, 100%. You had the vid.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta go to dinner.
See you,
See you
Reed.
later.
All right, man.
Later, bro.
Reed, have a good weekend.
See you, bro.
Later.
Be well.
Hey, we haven't talked to darting uphill.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Brother,
I was just gonna ask you. Who?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I'm new to this group, and I probably won't get an invite. But who is he that he can just fucking side us like that and just drive his truck and have a spot on this show?
But I just hang glide into your space and take it over if you want.
I just saw him on X. He was live streaming.
Yeah.
Really?
It's your boy, man.
He's a little live stream whore.
You can't even.
Yeah,
look
I'm
at
a
the
live
camera?
stream whore.
You can't look at the
I
camera
can't.
for us.
Yeah.
I get okay. Well, the profile pic is better anyway. That's what the ladies tell me.
Excuse
He's
me,
fucking
safety
driving,
over
guys.
here,
Like,
risk management. Fucking look forward, eyes forward.
Hey,
That's right. Well, I do got to check that. Hold on. I got to check my mirror. Yeah, I'm wearing a truck parking club hat. But hold on. Right now, I'm just going to check my right side mirror, and then you can get a good look at my face. See, there you go.
Okay, yeah, go back. Profile's
And I'm
better.
back.
Go back.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So hey, introduce yourself, brother. And after the show, man, we'll all connect with you. So introduce yourself. Who are
Sure.
you, man? Who the hell brought you on the show? I bet it was Evan.
No. It was Chris, Indie Trucker. So Indie Trucker sent me the link and I clicked it, and then here I am. Yeah. But no, I'm an unhinged trucker. I'm unhinged trucker on FreightX. I own about 70 trucks in a brokerage, so I do a little bit of everything.
Nice.
But yeah,
fucking
the first time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is. I see him on
I
Twitter.
love that you're actually still driving doing that because fuck around. Like, my word.
Yeah.
I love that he's rocking the Fleet Advice moniker.
Hey, Hunter, show him your shop. Show him your shop. Flip that camera. You talk about a crazy shop. He's got all kinds of shit in there.
Dude, I know where to come down.
Damn, Evan,
Park
you
under,
play good.
I need to park under there and just work on my truck.
Fucking this guy.
Hey, bring your truck up here, man. I got 16-foot doors. We'll put her on the lift. We'll drop a transmission out of it.
Hell yeah.
You got tools and everything. That's it.
Yeah, dude. He
Hunter,
gave me enough.
There's the shop, man.
I didn't have any silverware from my
is like-
apartment. I went to him. He just gave me a sack of silverware, and I just took it to my apartment. All kinds of shit in there.
There we go.
Do you need drivers?
Here's a pitch.
Truckparkingclub.com.
We look like the Brady Bunch before the end. Yeah.
Oh, Kelly.
Which way?
Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
Thanks for. I really appreciate it, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
So, hey, darting uphill. How long you been in the industry, broski?
Oh, I think he had some.
I don't know. I think we lost him. All right. Anyway, Hunter, it's dude. That shop is off the chain, bro. Like that is like every man's dream shop, dude.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
No, it's a massive
I'm
shop.
serious.
And mine.
Hey, the only thing you're missing. Hold on. The only thing you're missing is you need a fucking surround sound system in there, bro. Like no shop is complete without a major bass. Even my garage. Oh, look.
There it is.
There it is. Hold on. Let's crank it up. You want how loud you want it?
Let's crank up some Kentucky tunes, son.
Oh, there you go, Chris. There you go, Indy.
Hey, so Hunter's on here, and
Indy,
he's at his.
never mind. I think you know Hunter, don't you, Indy? Dude, that is awesome, man.
I'm going dark.
I don't know what that.
Wait a minute. Do we have
station
3
is,
hunters on the show? That one
No.
and that one. That one. and that
It's just
one.
two. It's just two.
That one down
That
there.
one.
Two
That one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a
TJ's
different
back.
type of hunter.
Wait, I thought who's the guy with Evan? I thought his name was Hunter.
It's Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
Get in the frame, bro. Oh.
Hey, can I get a
They
mic
both-
check? Is this
they
thing
both
working
work.
now? Mic check.
Evan,
Yeah,
It's working.
Yeah,
yeah,
checking.
Who's checking, Mike?
you're back.
Hey, so actually, darting uphill. I don't know if you heard. How long you been in the industry, man? How long you been driving?
I've been driving since the year 2000, and then I started my own company in 2003. It's like 03. So like 20 years.
Bro.
Talking shit about freight brokers.
Hey, matter of fact, that reminds me, it's my 20-year anniversary for being in business.
Today?
What I just said.
Happy anniversary.
Bro.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Way to go,
I
bro.
remember now.
Yeah.
It was January of 2004. So now it's January 2024. 20 years.
Yeah,
Shit, gotta throw a party.
Woo! Happy
Crazy,
anniversary.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah, man.
Exactly.
That's fucking awesome. Hey,
Throw
where
a
are
party.
you headed? What you
Enjoy
doing?
that shit.
So I'm heading to. I just left the Wildwood Truck Stop where I was with Indie Trucker, and now I'm rolling up to Lake City. I'm going to tow another truck back to Cali. Well, actually, I'm only towing it to Dallas, but anyways, yeah, I tow a truck back to Dallas. I'm the tow truck guy whenever a truck blows up. So this truck blew an engine, and I'm rolling out to get it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
But yeah,
well,
so
hey,
I still drive. Go where?
Go ahead, man. No, go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Come on. Oh, I just saying. I still do the odds and ends, like the specialized jobs, like fire drivers and hired drivers, and then tow trucks. Stuff like that.
Man, you know how many times we've said something like, "Man, I need to be in the tow truck industry when we get an invoice."
No shit. Like I didn't want to pay 25 grand to have this truck towed, so I might as well just go make 25 grand.
Damn.
There you
That's
go.
crazy, man. Well, hey, where are you out? Where are you out if you don't mind us asking?
So yeah, no, I mean I'm here, man, to answer any questions. But no, I'm what's called a wine consolidator. So basically I'm in California is my main business, right? My corporate's in California. I live in California. And we go pick up LTL shipments of wine, and then we assemble them into full loads, and then we deliver those full loads all the way across the country. So like we'll deliver like 4 loads of wine and alcohol and spirits down to Florida every week. We'll send like 2 up to New Jersey, a couple to Virginia. And then we service all of the Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana markets. And so basically, yeah, if you're drinking alcohol, especially if it's high-end wine, then I might have brought it to your state. If it's in the South, I don't do any work up in the North. It's all like Seattle to San Diego, New Jersey down to Miami, and then all across the bottom half of the country, I-40 and South.
Okay, so here's my question.
Dude, that's what's up,
like
bro.
instantly, like that's a high risk load. So like, what do you do? What does your company do? What do your drivers do what does your company do to secure the wine while you're doing the Lord's work, bringing us the wine?
Yeah, so that's a great question because recently we've had a whole lot of uptick in theft, right? So last year in February on President's Day, we had a whole load stolen out of a truck stop in Florida, and so it was valued at about $375,000. And I only
how did they do that? Like, did they hop in the tractor and take everything? Did they grab the trailer?
So what happened was it might have been it's probably organized. What the hell's going on over there?
Where did that come from? Oh, I was scooting around some gears. My bad.
But anyways, it was so these 2 drivers, they swapped trailers at a truck stop. So one driver showed up on Saturday and the other driver didn't show up until Sunday. And so the one driver, he dropped his trailer without locking it because he quote unquote didn't have a kingpin lock, which is obviously our policy. We have a policy to not do that, but he did it anyways. These are just company drivers. I own the trucks, trailers, drivers, load. And so anyway, so the other driver showed up to pick it up and it was just disappeared. Now, here's the craziest part about this story. I just went to New Jersey to pick up this one truck and bring it down here to tow this other truck. I fucking passed the stolen trailer going northbound on 95 yesterday.
Wow.
And dude, so I turned around and I chased this truck down for 100 miles. But I never caught him. So he must have peeled off on I-40 or he peeled off on a truck stop or something. But I chased it. I went as fast as I could for 100 miles. Of course, I was loaded, and it took me 5 miles to turn around. I was southbound, and that trailer went northbound. All my trailers are like I spec them all, like from the factory. So I know I know exactly what they look like. But it was the wildest thing, man. Driving 100 miles at 75 miles an hour trying to catch this guy and then losing it. It was like the best feeling ever seeing that trailer go the other way. And then it was the worst feeling ever when I had to turn around at the Virginia line after driving all the way back up North Carolina and not being able to catch it. So, but anyways, yeah.
You know what we need? We need like some sort of app or like some sort of notification. If you see a stolen trailer or like some stolen equipment, like have somewhere where you can report that shit and it goes out like an Amber Alert almost. Because like I mean, I've not seen
And
that.
I'll say, hey, darting uphill. I don't know if you're on LinkedIn or anything, man, but I'll tell you, pretty much, well, half of the crowd that is on this show are the type of people you want to be talking with, and there's a much larger group of people on LinkedIn, and I'm only telling you that, man, because a lot of drivers aren't on LinkedIn. And if I'm serious, man, if you're a professional, you need to be on there. But dude, if you're on LinkedIn, hit any of us up, man. Just go to the Logistics Lounge. Go find the Bannon Report. Jeff Dickinson, you can hook up with him. Like, man, not that we can help you this particular issue, but when shit like this happens, man, like there's literally a fucking army out there that this is what they do is deal with this shit.
But let me tell you, you just said
That's
you don't
great.
know if you can help. So I was on Tim knows this story. I was on a webinar about cargo theft and safety and precautions on a random Wednesday in like November. And I connected with the officers that did the webinar out of Kentucky. They said, hey, be in touch with us if you need anything. Here's our information. Come Monday morning, I walked in and one of my carriers had their entire tractor trailer and my load stolen. And it was stolen out of Kentucky. And I was able to call the officer that did that webinar, and we were able to get that load. We recovered it in Florida and did not have a claim out of it. And I'm telling you, it is about knowing the people that you need to know to be able to get the work done.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. That's amazing because my experience. So that's amazing, and I'll definitely do that. My experience is like the local police don't talk to the sheriff. The sheriff doesn't talk to the state police, and the state police don't talk to each other's state police. Like it's super duper not connected from state to state. So I love that.
It's all their jurisdiction.
And
it's their jurisdiction. It's their jurisdiction.
When you're talking about cargo theft in particular, most law enforcement agencies don't know how to deal with it because you can't treat it like a normal car theft, right? Like a vehicle theft. It's a different ballgame, especially strategic theft, which are hard to even file reports on. So all of that to say that's why you need to be able to connect with the people who know how to do that exact thing, because the carrier that had their tractor trailer and my load stolen called their local police and filed a report, but that didn't do fuck all to help the situation. What helped was when they reached out to us and I was like, hey, you need to call this man at your insurance company because I know him. Tell him I told you to call. And he's, and you need to call this man at the Kentucky State Police. Tell him I told you to call. And not that like my name is fuck all, but the point is like I've already had connection with those people. They know that if someone's calling like with a referral, that they actually need them and to pick up the phone and respond. So that's what
that's great.
So I used to be a 911 dispatcher before I got into trucking, and honestly, there's something a little bit there. So when you report your vehicle stolen, the thing that's going to happen is that it's going to get, if the department's doing and filing the report right, it's going to go into the National Law Enforcement Telecommunications System, and then anytime that plate gets a ping on an MDT from an officer anywhere in the country, if it gets run through there, it's going to send out like an alert as soon as it comes back to dispatch that it's a stolen trailer. So, the technology's there and the database is there. And if they could use a little bit, maybe this artificial intelligence they talk about, the camera systems, couldn't you just imagine that? If you just drive down there and say, we got all these cameras and I hate to say Big Brother and the big eyeball, but all the pieces are there to already do a lot of this tracking for stolen vehicles if they put it to use.
They just got to use it the right way. All the pieces are there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if I were able to call a certain number, and then I say, okay, I saw the stolen trailer rolling northbound, and then it can only go to the next scale house here or there, right? Pull it in and inspect it or whatever. Because there's only if you get real lifetime data,
and the camera systems are working properly at these scale houses, you think that they would be able to red light it and sort of inspect and then carry on. So yeah, hopefully they'll move on to that sooner than later, I guess. But you know what though? It's easier for them just to raise the insurance limits, or it's easier just to insure more. And that's what sucks about, lawyers and insurance agents is it's like easier just to charge the truckers more for their insurance and then pay out the claim. It's like that's like the easier way. And it kind of sucks for the trucker because now we got to pay more for insurance, just so that these insurance companies can write off all this product that's being stolen. At least that's my opinion.
Well, I look at it like, it would have to be more of a boots on the ground type thing, like a separate entity, like it's just like reaching out to the FMCSA. If you're expecting something to get done quick, well, fuck, you're on Pluto or something. Like that just ain't going to happen. But, if you have something where it's like, hey, this trailer, like if let's say you have an app set up and it's like it knows your location and saying, hey, a trailer got stolen within a 30-mile radius of where you're at. Well, shit. Drivers at truck stops, shippers, whatever. I mean, that would definitely raise some eyes. But to think that, just like I forget who was saying it, but you're calling the local police and then they're calling highway patrol and then they're going to go bigger back and forth and be like, oh, this is going to be my big win right here. But it's also going to take them fucking forever to. I mean, it's a wild goose hunt, but you got eyes on the prize there. Like, I think that'd be better than waiting on Uncle Sam to do something for us.
For sure. Well, I'll just tell you guys, like, and I work insurance every day. Like that's literally what I do with the companies that I work for. So I understand how all that flows out. But when you're looking for cargo insurance, carriers, brokers for your contingent, brokers as you're looking at cargo insurance that carriers are coming to you with, look at what those cargo companies are. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, travelers, they have a cargo theft response team. Like literally each region of the US has like a dude, and like he's that dude. He knows everybody in the states of his region to connect with for cargo theft. And that's one of the cats that helped us get that load back that I was telling you about earlier. That US Marine, as a cargo carrier, they do as well. They have another team that they have on staff for that. So look at the insurance carrier you're using to see what their response is whenever shit hits the fan for you. Like ask them. They can absolutely tell you that. And if they don't have a good answer, like, all right, let's talk about somebody who can give you a good answer and actually help you out of this mess whenever that happens, if it happens.
Yeah, that's one other thing on
Tim
that.
Bannon first, and then I want to
drop a plug real quick. I haven't set the date yet, but if you follow FreightWaves, they just put out an article about an insurance company called Lucky Truck. They just hired a 30-year industry veteran. A guy was a driver, all this other stuff. Point is he's on the board of Lucky Truck now. Him and I are in talks to come on the show to talk about how they're trying to change the insurance game and a little bit more about these claims and fraud and stuff. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Will Urban with Lucky Truck Insurance will be coming on our show. So all those insurance questions, y'all write them down, remember them, so y'all can ask them. Go ahead, whoever's talking. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was like, man, this is a perfect time to drop that plug.
Yeah.
No,
hey, I was going to ask the lady
who your carriers are.
I was going to ask the lady. I'll say I don't know your name. Sorry, I can't look at the phone. But so regarding contingent, regarding the contingent, like we looked into contingent and it was astronomical. Okay, so check it out. My carrier had 300,000 in cargo coverage. That load that got stolen was 375,000. So I had to come out of pocket 75 grand, right? So then when we renewed 6 months later, we tried to get some broker contingent because I have a brokerage too, right? My brokerage gives all the work to my trucks. And so the brokerage, when I went to quote contingent, it was astronomical. Like it was way more than you could imagine. So I'm just curious, is that normal that brokers complain about the price of contingent cargo from their perspective?
I've only we have a broker and a carrier side, so I see the insurance on both sides of it. I have not seen a significant raise in the brokerage side since I've been there. I've been there 2 years next month, so I can't really tell you. I've only gone through 2 renewals with the company, so I don't have like a lot of back data on that. What I can say though is if your companies are tied, if they're not completely separate entities, if you have some sort of same ownership, they'll probably tie those together when it comes to loss runs. And if you had a big ass loss on your carrier side, then you're probably going to see that no matter whatever renewal you're looking at, it's going to hit you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that might be what it was because we do have the same ownership, me, and so
Yeah.
okay.
That
Oh,
very
cool.
well
Thanks.
could have something to do with it. But I'd be happy to connect you with somebody that I know that knows much more about that shit than I do. Like that's just my limited experience.
Right on.
You know,
What's the name?
TJ,
What's the?
oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, what's the name of your company? What's the name of the companies you work for? Or can you not say?
Are you talking to me?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
I don't. No, I have permission from my boss to be here and be who I am. So
Oh, okay.
just so y'all know, we clear
Claudia,
that up.
Claudia does what she does.
The brokerage. So all of the companies that I work for are owned by the same family, but our brokerage is called General Transportation. And our asset side is ART. Y'all swear it's a 3-letter. I know, an ART Transport, and we're out of Van Buren, Arkansas.
Yeah.
We are not the ART out of Olathe, Kansas. Stop calling me about their drivers. My word. Anyway,
I'll bet you haul chicken, don't you?
3-letter company, man. 3-letter company.
I know. So the origin of our company is it was called Arkansas Refrigerated Transit or something like that. And when my boss bought the carrier that we run as ART, he was a broker that utilized that carrier, and that carrier was going under. So he bought the carrier. So now he owns both the brokerage and the carrier. And that carrier, he didn't want to change the name, but it was called Refrigerated, and we hauled drive-ins as well. So we didn't want to keep the refrigerated in the title. So that's why we are a 3-letter company name.
What's wrong with the 3-letter company name?
We were just talking about how those
Chris has a problem. Chris has a problem.
It's a thing. We actually coined this, the logistics lounge. We coin terms all the time. So first term that Hunter and I coined was the COVID Crusaders. Those are the people, all the carriers, the brokers that entered the industry during COVID. Those are the fucking COVID Crusaders. And the lounge lizards. Actually, Katie here. Katie is the one that coined that term, but still, lounge lizards. It's ours. And on Wednesday's show with the Bodacious Cowboy and Dan Lindsay, we coined the term, or actually, I should say, Hunter coined the term 3-letter monsters. Just think about it. Every shitty ass company out there that is known, they're all 3 fucking letters. Like they all.
XPO. XPO.
Yes. Well, not even XPO, but all the double brokers. You don't believe how many double brokers are 3-letter words. That's kind of one of those one of those red flag things.
Yes, that's so. Yes, 3-letter monsters. But I will say that Tim is the real deal, and her boss. I'm telling you,
he's the real deal too.
I know he is. I need to call him, and I'm gonna tell you why this guy's the real deal. So he literally has set up a site. It is trucking101.net. Trucking101.net. This guy is a broker and a carrier. Dude, he loves carriers so much. He set up this site, and it's got all kinds of information for carriers on it, man, to teach them certain things. And there's little courses and all this stuff on there, man. So yes, I will say that even though Tim works for a 3-letter company, they are the real deal. They're awesome. Yeah, she's amazing. She is I mean, honestly, hey, she's a veteran. What more do we really need to say about her integrity and her honesty? I mean, seriously. I mean, come on now. You know what I mean? So
nice attestation there.
As a veteran, I don't know if anyone else on the show is a veteran, but as a veteran, I'm telling you, once a soldier, always a soldier. Integrity and honesty are our core values, and you carry that shit with you through the rest of your freaking life, man.
Absolutely.
My boss is a Marine.
Fucking, you know what we call the Marines in the Army? Bullet sponges.
Bullet
sponges.
Bullet sponges.
Careful now, there.
Marines, here's another joke. Here's another joke. They always say the Marines are the first in, and they say they're the last out. But the only reason, and this is kind of dark, the only reason they're the last out is because they have to wait to clean the bodies up off the battlefield. So,
I'm like preparing to flip you off so hard right now.
Hey, I just want to know when the crayon eating competition is. All right, we're gonna have that live
Look,
time.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm too old to know the fucking crayon shit. I don't know what's up with that. That crayon shit didn't start until after I left the Corps, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
Hey, listen,
did it, bro?
I married a major general's daughter, so it doesn't get any worse than that.
Oh my god! Hey,
so
and
I had my wedding reception at the Officers Club at West Point.
Wow, that speaks to your character that he permitted his daughter to marry you.
I have no idea why.
I will tell you. I'll say my last Marine joke. I appreciate that, Katie. That's right.
Hoorah.
Hoorah is the Marines. But I'll tell you my last Marine joke.
I'll tell you something.
Okay, well, you
go get him, man.
Get him, Claudia.
Let me say my last Marine joke. Okay, when it comes to helicopters, all right, the Army, we call them choppers.
No, you don't. You call them Hueys. You call them Hueys, man.
We ain't had Hueys for like 50 years, Jeff. Seriously, give me the time, man. The Huey went out like in the late 70s, man. Anyway,
man.
All right.
Anyway,
in the Army, we call them choppers. The Navy, they call them whirly birds. The Air Force, they call them helicopters. Do you want to know what the Marines call them?
No.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Hey, it's been nice being on the show.
It's funny to me.
Hey, who's John Lewis?
And why doesn't he have a camera?
Because Evan invited me.
John, turn your camera on.
Well, I mean, I don't think that'd be appropriate.
Well, wait a
He's
minute.
calling it Tim Bannon, doesn't want to be known.
If you're appropriate,
mysterious.
turn your
Yeah,
camera
it wouldn't be appropriate. Yeah, but Evan invited me. I guess I missed the memo on the sunglasses. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I know John, trailer leasing guy, kind of knows everybody in the industry. I thought he'd have his camera on, but I guess
I'd have to go put a shirt on. So
no, you don't. That's the thing. It's loud, bro. It's loud.
All right. Okay. Just so John feels comfortable, let's everybody take our shirts off.
Yeah, let's
shirts off.
I'm gonna go with no.
There we go.
I'm out. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
All right, hold on.
This ain't OnlyFans, all right?
It's not OnlyFans. It's only free.
The right price.
Only
You can.
free, baby. Thank you for the plug.
But for real, I'm gonna start felling my feet.
Like
Thank you for the plug, Sweet Tim.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
Join me on
Bro,
my
this show is so. This is
It's
so
off the
fucking
rails,
awesome.
dude. It's
John,
off the rails. Come on, host. Pull
What
it
do
back in. Let's go, man. Let's go.
That's John. What do you
Get a hold
what
of
do you
this,
do,
crew.
man? I'm sorry. What? Jeff? I'm sorry, brother.
I said, get a hold of this, crew. Let's go, boss.
It's the
do it.
lounge,
No,
bro.
no. It is.
There he is.
There he is. He put a shirt on and everything.
I put a shirt on. Yeah. So you didn't have to
whatever.
He's like a
John,
fucking
that was
Ralph Lauren model or some shit.
Why wasn't I on this? You guys have been on here for an hour and a half, Evan. You should have sent this earlier.
Oh,
Like, been
hey,
on 5
hold
minutes.
on.
It's the
Hold on.
lounge. It's the lounge.
Dude, last week we went so long that LinkedIn stopped our live. That's the only reason we stopped it. It was like 4 hours, dude. It was 4 hours last Friday.
We posted for a 5-hour show. They kicked us.
That's awesome.
Are we gonna break
John,
that tonight?
What do you do, man?
So I'm actually working with Evan some on some business development with Truck Parking Club, but I've been in supply chain logistics, different realms. So I'm here in Miami, just trying to get more revenue.
Hey, John, are you on YouTube talking about like drayage work?
Yeah, I have that 7-minute intermodal.
Dude, I've watched you on there before. I think I've reached out to you
for a long time. You're a Coop too, right?
Yeah, I was at Coop, a Coop by Rider for a bit. I was in Brazilian steakhouses for a while. I was in oil and gas for a little bit as well, so I've kind of been in different stuff. So,
sweet.
But recently at a chassis manufacturer, which I ended up leaving the end of October. Then Evan and I reconnected. So,
yeah. So John kind of knows a lot of. He's like an enterprise sales guy. He kind of knows a lot of people in the business.
yeah, it's thankfully it's been pretty fun. Got to go to a lot of expos like you do. Evan and me ran into each other quite a bit. So here in Miami. So anybody wants to come out here, just let me know. Usually, most people don't wear shirts out here, so that's the reason.
I was just down in Doral there a couple days ago.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I'm very close by.
Yeah, Sunshine Bottling.
Yeah, my partner lives in Palm Springs.
Yeah, close
Nice.
by. Well, Evan used to be down here.
Yeah, I moved out.
And then he got smart.
No, hey guys, I love Miami. I will never talk shit, but
me Miami.
I will. Hey, I'll say I
had to go out.
I personally, I love Florida. My family's
So
from
do I, man.
Panhandle, just of Panama City Beach, man. I spent every summer and spring break of my childhood in Florida, and man, like even though I don't think I would move there now because it's pretty messed up, but it is a great place and I love it. I'll definitely. Hey, do not offer us a place to stay if you don't mean it, John, because one of us is going to reach out.
Hey, I might take him up on that, dude. I'm a Dolphins fan, so like, I'm trying to hit a game soon.
Hit him up for tickets.
Hey, you guys know what they call South Florida? You guys know what they call South Florida? God's country.
You know what they call Florida?
That's God's waiting room, dude.
God's waiting room, man.
Hey, let's all be honest here. What they call Florida is the shittiest lane race in the industry. That's what they call Florida.
Oh my word!
Damn.
Well, I'm a big Florida jokes are good. I'm a transplant, so I've only been 2 years. So
what's the humidity in Florida right now?
I am from Texas, Grapevine, Texas.
Nice place,
bro. I'm a Killeen, dude. I used to live in North Richland Hills.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Bro, that's what's up, man. Hey, I love this guy.
More now, John.
Anytime you want, John. Anytime you want, you come on the show. No invite needed. You just let us know, man. That's all I need to know is your tech.
See, that's a nice bait because he wants a place to stay down there and some dolphin tickets.
The only rule is you gotta. Well, the shirt rule, obviously, we already went over that, but you gotta work on the Spanish. So,
I've lived in Texas my entire life, and the only Spanish that I speak is landscape.
Landscape. You can get around.
I speak landscape.
It all works.
That's what I speak.
Yo, hey, this Tim Bannon. Like something's going on with your video or sound or something.
And he calls himself a host.
Hey,
that's why I'm here,
TJ,
man. I'm co-pilot.
Look at him. He's
still
frozen and
on
shit. Look at that.
Hunter is solid. His connection is fucking flawless.
Yeah.
So
I'm here for you. Just like truckparkingclub.com.
Hey, who's Goose?
Always here for you.
That's not fucking Goose like Bennett's Goose, is it?
Yeah, Goose was just on about 2 seconds. No, about a minute ago, actually.
There
Is that Goose?
That's not the
Who
same.
is-
That's not Goose Bennett's green fucking trucker.
No,
Is it?
no, I don't. No, that's not them.
Different Goose.
You know who I think it is? I think it's Spud. That is totally Spud right there.
Spud?
No.
Oh, spam.
Oh yeah,
Spam.
that's Spam.
Could it just be
Spam
some guy
right
who's
there, man.
trolling YouTube?
How
and
many
found
names
this
does that
video?
guy have?
As many years you want to give him.
Cheeseburger, Spud.
The Viking.
What was it? The
It
cheeseburger
is.
king?
It is. It's Spud.
Mr.
How
Cheeseburger.
did you know that?
Cheeseburger.
Because that's his other name, Goose.
Yeah, Chris,
Talk to me,
Chris broke it
Goose.
down for us last night.
Talk to me, Goose.
Lorca's big and shit when you clean all the gunk off.
Wow, that's harsh.
Damn, Katie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Katie, tell us how you really feel about Florida.
Yeah, really, man.
Wow.
Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love,
You
man.
said it better than Rob. You said it way better than Rob.
Hey, this would be a perfect time. I want to take this moment to just tell TJ, in the future, use the truckparkingclub.com app. Get on there, find secure parking for your trailers for
There
your
you go.
drivers to make swaps.
Starting
You can
uphill.
look there. You can look there at the parking lot, and you can see that they've got 24/7 access, gated entry, security codes. You can arrange that. Have your drivers drop at one of Evan's parking lots and save yourself a little bit peace of mind, and then you don't have to go chasing your stolen trailers anymore.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
just
for
want to know
sure.
why the fuck Evan didn't say that when we first heard the story. Like
yeah.
Evan.
Hey,
That's right. Hey, I think we do use truckparkingclub.com. I think my company.
Never speak for me, people.
I think they look on that website to find parking.
Hey, can
Hey,
you finding domiciles for pups?
This guy's got 70 trucks, Evan. Come on now. What the hell, bro?
Hey.
No, I seriously, I think we use that. I think we use that app.
He's literally
So I
wearing
told
our
him all
hat.
about it.
He's wearing our hat, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need one.
Yeah, big fan.
Well,
Big fan.
she's over there hating on Ohio now.
It's who you know. Look, Steve, come on.
Hey, Indy trucker. Hey, make sure you hook us up with darting uphill stuff, man, so we can all.
Oh, we got him on
that
X,
shit,
man. We got him on X.
Yeah, y'all
well,
need to branch out from LinkedIn and come over there and be part of the Freight X community.
Hey, I've been out there
You
working
know,
on it
we're-
today, man. You just got to get us hooked up with the right cats, man.
We're burgeoning. Yeah, I'm gonna start pushing you all out there.
Hell yeah, man. We got it. Yeah, dude. We got some connections today off you, man. I appreciate the love. But I know X is a totally different picture than LinkedIn.
Hey, can I pitch to Evan a little bit, if that's okay? Am I allowed to do business here?
Oh,
yeah.
Tim, do what you do.
It's a safe place.
There you go.
It's a safe place.
Let's go, buddy. Let's do this.
We watch. It seems like on LinkedIn, it's like we're helping brokers, find the bad carriers, but we know it's works both ways, and we have we want to make sure carriers don't deal with the wrong places. So if there's an opportunity, we can talk later of something that we can put out to the truck parking club that can get truckers more involved in the process too, because the brokers seem to be fighting sorry, I'm getting off track. Back to double brokering. The brokers are well aware of it, but we feel like the carriers are in a position to really help stop the problem too, and we'd like to get in front of more carriers as well. So if we can talk about that later.
These deals can be cut on the Logistics Lounge. Look at this. There we go.
Right here, live time, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, we just park trucks. I don't know much.
The trucks. If you've got trucks around you, it's just we have trouble getting in front of the carriers as much as we'd like to, because they can play a big role in stopping the fraud that goes out
if
there.
you take care of carriers and you do things for them that they think you're providing value, they tell everybody else.
Yeah, that's
And
what we
they'll
know.
take care of you.
Yeah.
And that's just been the few that he's been able to help him make an impact with. You know, it's just a little slower going, I think, on that side because the carriers don't have. I don't feel like the individual carriers, especially like small owner ops, have the same connections and ability to work through those things or like find out the information. There's not a fully like carrier 411 for brokers. You know what I mean? Like, and I know there are a few places that are talking about that. The Bannon Report, like actually carriers can put brokers MCs in to check them out, but not a lot of carriers know about doing that. And as we talk about fraud in the industry, like the better we talk, the more information we get out there to them to say, hey, this is a legitimate person to do business with. You know, I mean, one of our cohorts just got set up with a fake shipper. Like, I mean, this shit happens to people who know what's going on, you know? So those that don't know what's going on, bless them. We're trying to get the information out there. So, anyway.
Hey, I do have a question.
Yes.
Is Steve Bannon involved in the Bannon Report?
He's my uncle.
Your uncle, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how that all.
He's not involved in it. He just, you know, he pays my he pays for my cocaine addiction.
Yeah.
That's right. He just
You're falling asleep, right?
He has an amazing collection of prostitutes that
Which you use quite often.
Hey, not a collection.
I wouldn't
it's
say
a selection.
I wouldn't say that we're tight, but I take advantage of that family relationship.
I wouldn't say we're tight. I would just say he sponsors the podcast.
What's that?
All I want to know, all the loud wants to know is are we going to see Tim Bannon's name in the Epstein files?
No.
I try to disconnect myself from that side of it.
Why do you think he has sunglasses on?
You know, one of the biggest things when you talk about fraud and double brokering is that a lot of people like Tim Bannon, you know, talk about carriers and businesses like that, and that big umbrella that covers everybody. You know, not all brokers are bad brokers. There's some damn good ones out there that will do whatever they possibly can to help a carrier out. It's unfortunate that names of companies are always put to the forefront. But God damn it, man, why don't anybody mention names of the guys and women that out there that are actually doing the double brokering and letting it happen, man? Those are the guys that need to be
I'm going to tell you, I faced suit over it and just almost spent $1,000 on an attorney letter to stop some shit because I said some shit. So that's why I mind my tongue in some things. So
it's wrong, though. It really is wrong.
It's absolutely
I
wrong.
know
It's
a lot.
absolutely wrong because, like, I can stand on the truth. I wasn't slandering shit.
Yeah,
I was saying absolutely honest to goodness what happened. But I also have to recognize what risk that is, right? Like, this entire thing, all of transportation is about risk management, right? We're balancing. I'm balancing. I don't want to set up any but 2 carriers a day because, like, I don't have time to vet anybody else any more closely than I want to. And my sales guys are like, I want to set up 80 because I got shit to do. And so somewhere in the middle we meet. Somewhere in the middle we meet with what I'm willing to do with carrier vetting, what they're willing to do with exposure and risk, and we try to do the best that we can to balance. And that's really what it is in all the different aspects of the industry. It's like, can we take that?
Well, it's a double-edged sword. It really is. And the thing is even if you call out a carrier, they could sue you. You know, if they wanted to. But the thing is that
if you call the bad carriers, they won't do anything.
Yeah, but it would be great if people would talk about the good brokers out there and give them good names. You know, that's the way to say. I mean, that's the way to really deal with it. This guy from that company, man, he knocks it out. He does all this kind of stuff. He helps Evan out. He helps this carrier out. He helps his fellow competitors out. I mean, there's so many different things that you can say.
So I got this crazy idea. How about those of us right here on this interwebs at this very moment and all the people watching, we make ourselves, like, let's be that change. We're going to weekly, at least once a week, each of us are going to go on our platform and give a shout out to somebody else in the industry for something good they did to you, whether it's a good
Why not?
carrier, good broker, good, hey, this driver did a great job, whatever it is. Hey, my factoring company saved my ass in this situation.
Exactly.
Whatever it is, let's do it. All of us.
It's going to
All
drive
of us say right
influence.
now we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's going to
That's
drive
a
Y'all come
fucking
up with a
fantastic
catchy fucking
idea,
name for
Claudia.
us to hashtag on that. I don't know.
I think
what
I know
the-
some
you know,
guys that
that's
do
your
that.
thing.
I know
Well,
somebody
well,
that does
I
that
know-
kind of stuff.
The lounge love. Little lounge love.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Love.
call out one person that does it all the time and gives credits where credits are due, and that's Tony Dornell from Lippert.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, he
Yeah.
always does that, and I'm like,
Every
you know what?
Monday, every
This
Friday.
is good. This
Jeff,
guy
who
is a good dude to go and
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do that, but rightfully so. He'll call out the good ones and he'll call out the bad ones.
Hey, Jeff, who is that? I don't know that guy you're talking about. What's his name?
Tony.
Tony Dornell.
Tony
He's-
Dornell.
Darnell,
His-
Darnell. He works for Lippert Corporation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
his picture is like a cartoon drawing with like colorful stuff
I found
behind it.
Got it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude.
Okay. I just added him on LinkedIn. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
tell him
and when you read it, Evan, you'll see he calls out.
he's
I
a
think
good dude.
what does he call out? Miss Tim every Friday or something like that. He does that or something like that, right?
I don't remember.
I think it's Monday. He does
Every Monday.
he
It
does
is
something else
Monday.
on Friday. I think on Monday.
Yeah,
Can I interrupt?
absolutely.
Yeah.
How long have we been on? How long has Darting Hill been on?
I don't know.
I've been on
Darning
an hour
Hill.
and 51 minutes.
He has not stopped to pee.
Well,
He's a
How is that
driver, bro.
Well,
It's gonna
hey,
take
man,
like
we don't
6
have to.
hours.
yeah. If I need to pee,
Starting up
I
here.
promise you, I'll do it right here on camera.
Is it an
Oh,
age
tell
thing?
him.
Can I not?
Is it just me that
Darting
has to
up
pee
hill,
every 90 minutes, regardless?
I think that,
Hey
that
man,
I'm the only- I think
stop
that I'm the
taking
only
that
other
max
one on-
flow.
I think I'm the only other one on this on here that has ever been a driver. And hey, you tell him, bro, we train ourselves to only pee like every 5 or 6 hours. You know what I mean? Like that's how. Hey, I used to
Mitchell's
leave,
the driver.
Only
I used to leave
I can
work,
go.
and I wouldn't pee.
You're
till I
missing
was
out on
well
2 other drivers in here, Rob.
Yeah, Indy
Yeah,
Trucker, he could
Trucker.
probably hold it for 8 hours.
Man, know your audience.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm an idiot.
Rob.
Chris
Yeah.
To be
had
fair, Indy
Come on,
has
Pedro.
kind of backed up in the shadows.
put my foot in my damn mouth. You're right,
Look at the
Chris.
tongue,
Chris, I'm
man.
sorry.
Damn.
Chris is by forever. Mitchell, I don't know how long you drove, but damn, Chris, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not worthy. I am not worthy. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right, man. This is my point that I always say is, I'm just one trucker out here. There are hundreds, thousands, millions of truckers out here doing the work every day. And many of them go about every day quietly doing their work, never
Mhm.
saying a peep, never saying a word. And nobody knows who they are. They just come and go, but they are here. We are here, and we're not invisible. We feel invisible sometimes, but we are here.
You shouldn't be. Well, thank you for what you do in moving America. I say that even to the
Amen.
women operators out there that are hustling and bustling and doing, the things that most people don't want to do, and the holidays that you spend on the road away from your family. I mean, I appreciate it, and I've appreciated it over the last 44 years. And I've even gone to truck stops and I've given out gift certificates to the guys I don't even know, saying, here's a cup of coffee, here's a donut, here's something for you, for appreciation. A lot of people don't do that either, and they should really recognize the people who put the food on their tables, the furniture in the houses, everything that we have on, my shirt, truck parking hat, man, they all delivered it, I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, Jeff, we actually touched on this like in one of our very first shows, but Trucker Appreciation Week.
Yeah,
everybody just uses it as like a little post. Yeah, it should dude, you should appreciate your drivers
every day, man. Every day.
I agree with that.
Absolutely, and everybody uses that as like, oh, look at me. It's like It's like
You
those
gotta make a
people on
post.
TikTok
You
or
gotta make
somewhere.
a
They're like
post about it.
going out
You
and
gotta make a
handing
post.
food or money to the homeless people. They're like, "Oh, look what I'm doing." Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about all the good things I'm doing this week.
Yeah. I
It's
think
such
I
bullshit.
think this job, like I work insurance, claims, and risk management. There is nothing fucking glorious about the shit that I do. Like, I mean, it's in the grind, and there are days that it's exhausting, and I feel like I'm fighting a battle that I'm never gonna fucking win, and it will wear you down. You guys who have been in it
If
for
you
a
let it,
long
if
time
you let it.
absolutely know that. But I tell you what keeps me going is times when I have a driver who told me, "Thank you so very much for helping me work through that claim with that insurance company. Thank you for handling that for me. Thank you for making sure that that other carrier was held responsible, that I wasn't held liable for an accident that wasn't my fault." And that stuff, like knowing that I'm actually impacting and helping a human, like that allows me to get through all the bullshit of
Yep.
doing that job. Is that like that they are my why. And you have to like I have to hold on to that because like I'm bad about getting shitty and mean like when people are wearing me out, and I have to remember like those men and women who said thank you for helping me through
Absolutely.
that, and that's what it's about,
Absolutely.
like helping those drivers. So
Absolutely.
anyway, hey fellas, my sugar berry is not working tonight, and I've been on here for 2 hours, so I'm gonna hop off. I got a nice little tipsy thing going, so I'm gonna do stuff out of here. Yeah.
Claudia,
Bye, she.
Thanks for being here.
For sure thing.
Have
All
a good
right,
weekend.
bye guys. We'll see you.
See you.
Bye.
I want to hear more from John. John, you've been here, man, but you ain't said nothing, bro. Like chime in. What do you?
I'll say something for
about,
John
man?
for a second. The dude is super well connected in the industry. He's not said a lot, but he's fucking connected. He knows all kinds of people. Every time I talk to him, he's fucking talking to the same people that I'm trying to get in touch with. He's really incredible. So yeah, John, you got this, bro. I can't hardly hear you. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
better.
He
Yeah.
said,
Yeah. No, I mean,
said you were the high price of the logistics industry.
I didn't say quite that, but
yeah, not exactly that, but I might use that one. But no, I mean, this is like I was texting Evan like while y'all were speaking, and I mean, this is pretty fucking amazing. I've never like this is so real, you know, what you guys are talking about, even the way you're going about it is just I've never seen it before. So I was texting like, I don't know if this thing's huge, but it should be. I don't know how many people are watching, but I definitely want to invite some other people on. I mean,
Indy Trucker, can you pass this over to him, please?
And I think I've seen some of y'all on LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure I've seen some of y'all. So this is cool. But yeah, like Evan was saying, for me, a main thing I love doing and it works for sales biz development is just connecting people, right? So this is a big piece of it. And I've never been a truck driver in my life. My uncles were. My dad was in Brazil, but in Brazil in the 60s, truck driving at 14 years old is a little bit different. So he has quite a bit of stories that I think fits well with this, even running his truck into a whorehouse. But I'll let him tell that story. But I've been around it, you know what I mean? But I personally never been a truck driver, so I love what y'all are talking about with that, and I don't think it's seen enough. And y'all have heard this quote. One of my favorite things is, without a truck driver, you'd be homeless, naked, and hungry. So I tell people that all the time. By having people in from different parts of the segment, I think that's really what's badass. So
hey, John,
on whoever started this.
Hey, John, you know what I want you to do? And trust me when I tell you this, because it's my experience and I've been in the business for 44 years. What I want you to do is I want you to go for a ride with a driver.
All right.
So you can experience firsthand
Yep.
what they go through, and you would be blown away. You know, the more you know about logistics, the better off that you are. And if you understand the other side of how they work, It's knowledge that you can't gain in college. You can't gain anywhere. It's first hand, man. It's street knowledge. You should do that. You should try to do that.
Yeah, it's true. I've always been on the equipment and warehouse side, import, export, that all type of stuff. So getting that firsthand, you can't beat that. You really
no,
can't.
you can't. You can't. No way,
John. I want to say, I appreciate it. Me and this guy right here. This is our show.
Nice.
Believe it or not, we came up with this whole thing in a DM on LinkedIn in like an hour and a half. I swear to God. Like we're talking like, how cool would it be if we did like the complete opposite of what everybody else who does a podcast does? And so, man, we appreciate it. Dude, we're definitely going to hook up with you. We want to have you on a show. I'm sure Hunter can agree with me.
Yeah, Hunter
and
I remember recently.
Yeah, dude, we would love to have you as a featured guest on the show. And man, we appreciate the compliment for real, bro. Everything you just said and everything Evan says every show is exactly what this is about. It's about just being real, being like talking to carriers, talking to brokers, talking to Truck Parking Club, talking to Tim Bannon. I mean, dude, we've had fitness people. We have a former NFL player coming on the show. Like, that's what it is, man. It's just like people connecting and talking about their experiences in the industry. So, man, bro, I really appreciate that, man. Like, dude, you just like made my heart flutter with that compliment.
No, I got a few people I'm thinking though that I want to invite to the next one. So if you're cool with that, I think.
Yeah, we're booked up until
some good, strong personalities that will all.
Yeah, for sure,
good.
man. So. We have guests all the way through January, I think, but February is a wide ass.
I'm booking into February. Claudia just left, and although she just left, I should have gave her this plug. She is the best LinkedIn connection that you can have, guys. If y'all aren't connected with Claudia Catlett, that lady, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know who Tim Bannon is. I just booked a guest today that she recommended to me. This lady spends half of her time in Europe and half of her time in America in the logistics industry. Like crazy shit, dude. I mean, so yeah, we've booking into February, John, but we'll get with you, man, and 100% get you on the freaking show. And whoever you think is wants to come on, man, we'd be glad to freaking have them, dude.
Yeah, with what I'm doing on my podcast, it's only 7-minute segments, but I'm also like interviewing people in recently I did one with a guy from Greece, a guy from Argentina, a guy in Spain. So I think it's interesting hearing what they're dealing with, which, I mean, we're all in the same industry, but of course, when you're in different state in the US, but imagine a different country. So I could see this depending on the time difference, but it'd be interesting to get a few different people on this lounge even. So
we're not restricted to any times. That's it.
Nope.
Yeah, on their time zone. I don't know what time this starts.
Dude, we'll run this shit at 3 a.m.
Yeah. If it's Latin America, they're up at 3 a.m.
Hey, we know we won't get the solar powered trucker on the show at 3 a.m. That's what he called himself yesterday. He said, "I'm a solar powered trucker."
I think he's sleeping trucker right now.
No, I'm sitting here just lounging. This is my.
He gets it. He gets it.
But hey, guys, I gotta log off real quick. But
John,
thanks for being on. I'm sure we'll talk over the
weekend.
It. Yeah, of course, guys.
We are, man. We're going to hook up on LinkedIn. Thank you for giving us some of your time, brother.
Yeah, and we'll do we'll talk about shirts next time. So you guys made me run around the house.
Sure,
there you go.
Have a good weekend there, John.
Bye. Good night, John.
No, Spud. If you're watching, dude, that's the perfect place to join in from. He's in the bathtub. He don't want to join in.
Oh no, man! Yeah,
that's literally the best place.
Join in. Hey, they only consider it nudity if you show nip. I just want you to know.
He can definitely do it. Neck up. Neck up. Neck up.
He identifies as a guy in a bathtub, so it's not illegal at that point.
Mitchell.
You know,
hey, Mitchell, we ain't heard from Mitchell. What's up, bro? How was your day, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah. What'd you do, man? Did Evan have you out there whoring for Truck Parking Club today?
trying to find some properties, man.
Did y'all get all that shit weather?
Do what?
Y'all get all that shit weather? It's been nasty up here in Nashville.
Yeah,
it's storms are like 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's pretty bad across the country right now.
Yeah, it's raining. I had some friends shut down and snow. Snow was pretty bad.
Better to be safe than sorry.
I want to take a chance. I would take a chance. I want to take a minute to say this, that man, the weather is bad, dude, and I respect carriers, but man, I'll tell you what, any chance they can get to ask for an extra $500, they'll do it, bro. I've got some loads coming out of the Cleveland area, and these motherfuckers are like 500 over rate, and I'm like, bro, you think you'd be 200 under trying to get your ass out?
I got the same shit going on out of Louisiana right now. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't got shit going on right now. That shows how much they know about America right there. Everybody's watching the news at some point.
I get it, but man, as a former driver, when I hear these guys talk about, oh, it's raining or it's snow, boo fucking who? Like, that's your job, bro, to drive through whatever it is. Like, that doesn't mean you get 50 extra
Your
dollars.
marine thing. That's like the marine thing you were going at earlier. You get a little
That's what you're paid to do to drive.
Getting all high, right?
Rob, you get a little wild with it, bro.
What?
I got it.
Hey, you know why? Because I don't know. I was just a different breed, bro. When I was a driver, like, even I don't know, I just did what I had to do to make my money, man. You know, like, being in weather was a part of it. Dealing with bumping docks and detention was a part of it. Like, it was the name of the game, man. You know what I mean? I just did what I had to do and moved through the stuff. And, you know, I don't know. I just feel sometimes carriers a lot today are just like crybabies over nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, dude, just Charlie Mike, as we say in the Army, continue mission. You're like, dude, do it. Just do what you got to do. But anyway, I digress.
Can I say that I'm in Nevada. I'm at 2,600 elevation. I walked my dog in snow yesterday morning. It was snowing, so I can only imagine how crazy it is where you guys actually get weather. You know, we don't get that here.
Did you deal with any of that shit in New Mexico?
What happened in New Mexico?
Oh, there's like a huge pile up there. It got like a shit ton of snow. I'll look up the
I'm in Vegas. I have like a 75-foot radius of travel. So
I don't know if you're going OTR out there.
No. I'm not a driver. Remember we talked about this earlier. Were you not here?
I was. Somewhat.
Boom. Hunter, you have someone that wants to say hi.
Oh, our biggest fan.
That's all you get, Hunter. That's all you get is a hand.
That's all I need.
Dude, when we're not in the lounge, she comes in here and sits in the chair and talks to you. You know, when we're live, she's like, "No, I'm not doing this."
She hates me.
She doesn't want to come on camera.
I do not hate you.
Do you hear, Hunter?
Nope.
Hey boys, I got a little situation here. My phone's getting hot. How do you guys cool off your phone going 2 hours long like this?
Hang up.
You put it
outside
fan on it.
on your tire, man. About 10 minutes, wherever you are, man. It'd be cool as hell.
I can't believe it's shutting down. The thing's too hot. God damn it!
When y'all were talking about
Party's over.
Did y'all hear about the
close your background apps?
Hold on, let me check.
Raising their
Yeah,
rate?
go to the little gear and go down there, and then shut down your background apps. Absolutely, probably about 6 or 7 of them open.
What were you saying there, Evan?
Mitchell was saying something.
Oh, Mitchell.
When you were talking about insurance, I was thinking, did you hear about I think it was Illinois senator, governor, or whatever, raising trucking rates? I don't know which one is it, but they're trying to raise it to $5 million or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Like
so that was
insurance?
that was really.
Yeah, it was a Garcia up there out of Chicago. He introduced it into Congress. It ain't going anywhere, but I'm sure somebody would like
They
to
say
see it go through
he
there.
raised it once already, and now he's wanting to raise it again.
Is he the one
That's
that originally
just for general
spearheaded the
freight.
first?
Seriously,
Okay.
Do what?
that's for general freight.
I'm not sure which one it is. I happened to see it on a Mother Trucker segment when he was talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did see that today.
Well, see, a lot of owner ops out there, and I've known this over the years. There was a particular company, I won't name it. They used to cover their owner ops under their own insurance umbrella.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they said, you know what? We're not going to cover you anymore. You need your own insurance policy. So these guys that used to go out in the snow and hustle and do everything was like, well, fuck that. I'm not going to go out there, man. I'm driving in my house. If I happen to smash my truck up, I lose everything. What am I going to do when I got a $250,000, $350,000 rig that just hit a pole, And so they're like, no, I'm not going out. I'm not going to go out and risk this. But if it was under the insurance policy of a carrier they were working for, sometimes they'll give them a replacement, rig to keep them going while their other truck is getting fixed. So there's a lot of things that happen when you have your own insurance policy.
Yeah, well, that's also it's a pro. There's pros and cons because just like if you lease something to a carrier, then you get very nice insurance rates. But if you try to go get it yourself, you're gonna go broke pretty quick.
Very quick. Yep. And when you think about this, and one of my really good friends from DAT Analytics, Dean Croak, said, in this market right now, you're one break away from bankruptcy. When you really think about the rates and what you're getting paid per mile, just think of a set of tires, how much it costs you to replace that, right? It's unbelievable. And these guys are pushing and pushing and pushing because they're not making enough money to maintain their truck the way that they should.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, man. It's not good.
Yeah, I just pulled up this article here. So it's Representative Jesus Chewy Garcia, a Democrat from Illinois, and Hank Johnson, a Democrat from Georgia. They're trying to implement minimum liability insurance for interstate motor carriers from $750,000 to $5 million.
Damn.
That's a big jump.
That's a huge jump.
Like, what?
Hey,
you can tell he was never a truck driver.
Hey, can we acknowledge Spud? Can we acknowledge Spud? He came in just like real quiet, like a little mouse.
What's happening, Spud?
How you guys doing?
What's up, Spud?
What up, Spud? You're lucky I checked that Facebook like there, Indy, because I don't ever.
Wait, he came
in. I didn't.
Now
I
he's
didn't
here
want to
and
leave
he's
the
saying
show.
we're lucky. We're lucky.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the
no, I'm
lounge,
lucky
bro.
to be here.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Where you hear me okay?
Tablet. That's all I have.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
When you got a lot of people in the room, it delays and shit. So you just got to kind of.
Yeah, well, welcome to living in the country too.
Hey, what's going on, Spud? Where you at?
I'm at home in my office that's not set up yet, and waiting on dinner, so I won't be here too long. But you guys all, I've been watching on and off as I've been watching Vice Grip or doing things here. What's going on?
Lounging, bro. Lounging.
Hey, we got some lizards in the lounge tonight.
Yep, wife is getting pissed.
Hey, it is what it is, man. We'll try to break that 4-hour record tonight, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Spud, where you out of, man?
I live in coastal Texas. That's about as accurate as I'm going to get.
Another
That's like a
Texas
little
guy.
CIA agent or something.
What, are you down in Galveston?
I'm like 2 hours from Galveston, about 100 miles southwest of Houston.
Oh, I have enough info now. I can fucking. I know exactly where you're at.
You do.
You've given me too much, bud.
There you go.
Between that and that Mustang Creek barbecue, we're going to triangulate the position.
That's right. Gonna take a quick ride down 10.
Yeah, you guys need to go there. It's real good barbecue at a really good price too. What'd you pay for that, Indy?
Oh, today I didn't pay for anything today.
What?
He's a celebrity, man. You ain't got to pay when you how fast.
Dude, I don't have to eat. I don't have to pay to go to shows, man. I just show up.
He's at the point. He gets appearance fees. He gets fucking meals paid for. This guy's fucking celebrity.
I forced my whole
next week. I'm going to be talking about wine packaging and shipping stuff from California with SBF Transport.
Free lunch.
Yeah.
Free lunch.
Soon you'll be hauling wine.
Heck yeah.
Oh, wine, yeah.
Damn! Oh,
Spud, when are you going to come back and haul some wine? Come on, baby. Where's that truck at?
It's like 50 feet that way. But I was told I'm not allowed to go back out till I have my back surgery in a couple weeks. So,
ooh,
yeah.
You think you'll be able to recover from it quickly?
I don't have a choice, do I?
Oh, yeah.
I can't lay in bed all day. That sucks.
Hey, Andy, how hard is it to clean out a tanker full of Pinot Noir?
Take it into a good food grade wash like the folks up there at Kankakee Tank Wash up in Illinois. Pull it in there and tell them you want a food grade wash out there on that liquid tanker, and they'll wash that right out. If you tell them it's Pinot Noir now, they might pull out the 5-gallon buckets and make sure that they get all of the residuals for after hours.
Hey, no shit. This is a fucking amateur question, but have you ever seen anybody just like try to take a little bit of the extra out of a tank?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I was in one night getting mine washed out, and some a company come in from Kentucky that's known for hauling a lot of whiskey there, and they got about 5 gallons of residual out of that tank, and of course it's not in a bottle, but I'm sure they didn't let it go to waste.
Fucking right.
Yeah. Some mason jars.
Yeah, some mason jars. There you go. I move a lot of balsamic vinegar in, say, 40,000-pound blotter bags, and they use siphons that they have to siphon all that out and put them in silos. It's pretty interesting. So it's almost like the wine when they have that draw pump that they have to hook up and make sure that everything is out of that.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting sight to see.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It is. Sometimes those bags get punctured too, and what a pain in the ass that is, man. It's like, oh shit.
So King Spud, I stepped away, so I don't know. Maybe somebody asked you, but how long you been driving, man? What kind of equipment you pull? What you hauling? Where you headed?
Well, right now I'm at home, but when did I get my CDL? 2011, I think.
I thought it was.
Hey guys, I gotta go. Have a great weekend.
4F3, like
yeah. Thanks for being.
But I've done a little bit of everything. Right now, I've got a reefer. I do fridge work, but I've done heavy haul. Done a lot of fertilizer, tank work, flatbed work. Low boy. Did a little dry van work for a little bit. What else have I done? All of it. Started doing like hot shot stuff. Was doing concrete. Used to run a concrete pump, and then my uncle got me he told me to get my CDL, so I went and took the test, and so I could do all the other stuff we did with doing concrete. But yeah, that's cut my teeth doing that. Did a little oil field. A lot of tank work, but yeah,
man,
out here now pulling a reefer for a friend of mine. I basically work for myself. He's like, just make money. I don't care, So
Yeah. You have
work with TJ every now and then when he doesn't want me going to Florida.
You do any lift gate work ever? I know you know how to work that lift gate.
No, I've never done it, but yeah, I can figure it out. Come on, if you can do it, I can do it.
That's right.
Hey,
You watched
TJ,
me do it.
I've watched
TJ,
you do it. Yeah.
I've done 2.5 years of liftgate, man.
Oh, that a boy. Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
What's the highest value freight load you've ever had behind you? What do you know?
Who, me?
For me?
Yeah, any of you. What's the biggest value that you've ever pulled in one load that you know of?
Y'all go first. I'll go last.
Full load of whiskey for me. So I don't know how much it was.
I'm gonna interrupt. Sorry, it sounds like you guys are gonna start measuring dicks, so I'm gonna cluck out
Yeah.
here and call it a night. I want to thank you.
Oh,
Thanks
I want to hear my number.
You don't want any part. You want any part of the dick measuring contest?
I know. Thanks for having me on, you guys, and good
Later,
to meet
Tim.
everybody here. And I hope
You too, brother.
Again. All right.
See you, man.
You guys have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, now the shit can come off. All right, load of whiskey. King Spud, what is yours?
We actually, when I was hauling fertilizer, we made a mistake, and it came out as low grade crystal meth. So about $8.8 billion. That's not even a joke. Then we made a whole nother batch of it by mistake.
Wait, say that again.
We were having problems.
Say that again, Spud.
$8.8 billion of low grade crystal meth. When I was hauling fertilizer, it was a mistake. We were having issues with the valves and stuff, and yeah, I mean, it's not like crystal meth, but
what does issues
people
with
would do
valves have to do with
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So
I don't even want to tell my story now.
Spud, tell me more. Spud, I need to understand. You had issues with your valves and you're hauling crystal meth. I don't get it.
Okay, so I used to work for JR Simplot at their biggest liquid plant down here in Point Comfort, Texas.
Okay.
And we were in the process of building a new hot mix building. This was coming out of the old building. This was the very last load out of the old building. These valves were years and years old. And when you're working with anhydrous ammonia and acids and other really corrosive stuff happens, right? So the anhydrous ammonia valve stuck open. And our normal mix guy was out. So the new guy was back there along with a boss who'd been there for 40 years. And while they cut it with acid, and when it went into my trailer, okay, it looked wrong. It looked like 3,000 gallons instead of the normal 4,700. It weighed a little weird, but it was all there. So whatever. I took it out and delivered it. Well, they sent me to the wrong location, which is normal. And I get it to where it's going. King Ranch, turf grass, actually. And I go to open the lid on my trailer, right? You got to climb the ladder on the side. I could barely climb it because it was so hot. Hurt my hands opening the lid because there was a chemical reaction going on in that trailer. And pumped it off into the tank. Whatever, it's Friday night, Looked, it was like 3,200 gallons, like I thought. Come in Saturday morning, and I got to haul another load to the other location I'd been at. And that's when we noticed the sample from the night before was like 3/4 crystal something, and we're like, oh crap, let's go get that stuff. It didn't have the Sudafed and other whatever else they put in it, but yeah, I mean, somebody would have done something like that, for sure. But yeah, that's my crystal meth story.
Man, that is the best trucker story I've ever heard.
No, it's not.
Wow.
I can't wait to hear that one like 20 other times for the next 20 years. I'm gonna say I know who really happened to.
Serious. I mean, dude, you were the only trucker in the history of trucking that legally hauled meth. Just think
I
about
mean, I
how-
guess technically.
It's legal.
I mean, I got some stories from fertilizer, man. That was a crazy time.
dude. Oh, that's nuts. Before we move on, you're in Texas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking god, bro! I love this show tonight. We're just Texas deep in this bitch. Where
Hey,
you at in where you at in Texas?
Oh, where am I at? I'm about an hour and a half
No.
southwest of Houston.
No, give me the city, bro. I live in Texas. Where are you at?
Oh, I'm not giving out my personal address.
You don't know Spud like that. You don't know Spud
Yeah,
like
yeah, no, I don't.
that.
I'm you know Matagorda Bay?
Okay.
I'm around there. I'll give you that.
I'm in Killeen.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly where you're at.
Yeah, dude. I'll follow you and stuff, man. I'm in Houston. I'm in the Houston area all the time. So maybe we can hook up, have some barbecue and something, bro.
Oh hell yeah. You know, should see some of the barbecue I make out on the patio.
Dude, hey, you know how much Texans are, bro. Like we gotta hook up as soon as we find another Texan. Like, we gotta find a way.
we gotta get Lombard in too.
Yeah, dude, hey, he lives 52 minutes away from me. That's crazy. You know him, yeah.
I know him. We slept together in F3.
That's right.
You were there too, Chris. I don't want to hear it.
All right.
Boys, did I get boys? Yeah, I ain't going to announce it here, but man, I got a picture for you.
I like Mike, man. He is amazing, man. His content is off the chain. Like I'm a history guy, and so I love that. Like he does like that aggressive history shit when he does his little videos and his runs and stuff. Man. Like I absolutely love that stuff. He is so amazing. What do you say here? I've been to Magnolia, Marble Falls, Conroe. Marble Falls is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Texas Hill Country is absolutely amazing.
Nice to see that she likes Texas.
Bro, Texas is the shit, dude. Like I'm
Have you ever been to Kentucky?
Hey, y'all can hate
Tennessee.
It's
Texas,
not Kentucky.
Texas
Kentucky is a heaven kind of place.
No, bro. Hey, I don't. Whatever.
Now we're talking some sense here. All right, we've been talking about Texas too much. All right, y'all come out here to the real South.
Hey, King Spud, tell them they just don't get it right, bro. They just don't get it.
My only gripe with Texas is it's hot, and then when it does get cold, like it's about to get cold, it gets crazy. You know, I'd rather be in Great Falls with my buddy where it's like -50 right now.
Dude, you know, I say this every year, man, and I know you'll understand this. Here's the fucking craziness that is Texas. So in the summer, you know, dude, it depending on where you're at, man, it can get well into the triple digits, 105, 110, 15 with the heat index, and there's no wind at all. But once it gets cold, it's windy as shit all winter long. Like right now, dude, it's like 20-mile-an-hour winds outside. It's like, why can't we have this shit during the middle of summer, man? Why is it always during the winter? So, anyway, to get to my most expensive load, I honestly do not know how much it was, but it's when I worked for a company that was under FFE, and we pulled a load of Vicodin out of, or I don't know, maybe it was a pink. I think it was Vicodin out of Johnson & Johnson from New Jersey, and we took it to Louisville, Kentucky. And I was maybe 3 weeks into being a driver, so it was me and my trainer. We had to team the load. We had a security detail with us. We had to have a encrypted cell phone that we had to contact them if we wanted to stop for fuel or to take a pee or whatever. And again, I don't know how much it was, but it was a 53-foot reefer front from nose to tail full of fucking Vicodin. So
I got to ask you, what trailer park did you unload that at?
Yeah. Did they accept the entire load at one trailer park?
It was a milk run, as they.
That was in that was in 2008, and I'll
Hey, bro,
tell you,
you're right. That was right in the middle of the opioid epidemic, bro.
bro. It was
Hey,
a crazy load, man.
Me and Chris know about the fucking opioid epidemic in Kentucky. I was impacted by it with my close family members. I'm sure Chris probably was too. Fucking Kentucky was a hellhole. I mean,
Yeah.
it
I mean, it went nuts.
Percocets,
It's raging right now. The fentanyl.
Oh, dude, that's here in
heroin, and all
Tennessee
that
too,
stuff's
man.
going nuts.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible, and everybody got addicted to them, man. And I watched family members just go from hero to zero real quick.
Yeah, pills are for fucking losers.
So,
that's all.
I'll tell you.
You say that, but also it's like I've watched people go from fucking hero, like, you know, never would imagine they get addicted to something. Then they get addicted to it, and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I say that very loose-handedly, but like, it is sad to see, man. I had a bunch of
it's
friends in
fucked
college
up.
get hooked on like Zans and shit, and like, bro, like going from Zans to the PKs. Next thing you know, they're fucking like dropping out of school, out there in the fucking heroin.
I'm talking 40-year-old men with $1 million in the bank.
Yeah,
bro.
And they go,
they can hit anybody, man.
Zero to fucking zero. Like,
hey, let me tell y'all a story, man. So, I was in an accident some time ago, and I was badly injured, man. I was in and out of the hospital for 6 months, or 6 to 8 months, man. And I got my care through the VA. When I finally got out of the hospital, got my skin graft and everything on my leg, and came out of it, I ended up having an opioid addiction when I left the VA hospital. When I was in there, I don't know if anyone knows what a PIC line is, but it's literally a thing that they put in you in your vein, and it leads directly to your fucking heart, so they can pump pain medication into you. And again, it goes directly to your heart, man, and so it immediately works. But they were pumping me full of morphine, Vicodin, Percocet, like, dude, everything, any and everything you could think of painkiller wise, they were pumping me on. And when I left the hospital, I said, oh, hey, just put me on tramadol. Like, that's what I take for my injury from the Army. Anyway, I'll be fine. Dude, I got out of the hospital. They gave me a month's worth of tramadol. And at the time, that was 6 pills a day. So I think it was like 280 pills. I went through a month's worth of tramadol in 2 fucking weeks. And didn't even know it. My wife caught that shit. So that opioid stuff is crazy, dude. Super crazy. I didn't even know I had an addiction, man. I just got out of the hospital and was just popping fucking tramadol, which is a synthetic opioid, like they were Tic Tac. I thought I was in pain, but my body was just craving it. But fortunately, my wife caught it, and she was like, "Babe, we got to get you off that stuff." And I did, man. I went through a detox for like a week, man. And that. Yeah, I say that to reach your point, Evan, is, dude, that shit gets everybody. And I was fortunate that I didn't become like a full-blown addict and lose everything. But, dude, I didn't even realize I was just being pumped full of so many narcotics that when I got out of the hospital, finally, I was fucking addicted to them. Like, it's nuts, man.
It's insane. And I don't really know what to make of it, but I just know I've watched it firsthand. Like, I've watched grown men go from hero to fucking nothing in 2 years, you know, like, and, you know, back surgery that leads to getting on pain pills, that leads to just an insatiated addiction to opiates. And then you get in this weird situation of like, what do you do? You know, it's my family member, right? But what do I do? And it's wild. It's fucking wild. And it's Kentucky. Like, Kentucky's known for, man. It's predominantly, you know, it's wild.
Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, there, that kind of that belt there of Appalachia. It's just.
Yeah, I know you know all about it, Chris. You know, it's
real bad. It's real bad there. And you know what? I followed out of that Johnson & Johnson in New Jersey. So, I mean, I can match you there. And I'm gonna raise you a little bit for the first step. Maybe you might think that arm that I hauled down the Cape Canaveral, that's currently floating up in space right now, That's a value at $12.3 million. You think that might have been the highest value load? Or maybe it was the mummies. Maybe it's the mummies or the dinosaur bones. I don't even know how value those were. But in Vegas, I picked up from the Bellagio one single painting. That one single painting was valued at $142 million. Pablo
All right,
Picasso.
you win. You
Hey,
fucking win. All right, we get it.
Hey, but that was an NFT, right?
No, that was the real thing. In fact,
I will say,
it had a hole through it at the time. If you do some digging on that, you'll figure out which painting it was.
I hauled
You hauled
lottery
that?
tickets one time. They were worthless at the time, but untold millions, I guess.
Hey, Indy, you hold that? No shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to haul art. I've hauled American Gothic. You know the farmers with the pitchfork and his wife there looking at straight ahead.
Do you carry guns? Do you carry guns on you?
I do not. I go to Canada and everywhere and all kinds of places. I
So
probably
who has
should not.
guns? Somebody has guns, right?
So on some of the loads that I've done, yeah, I've had off-duty officers escort across
142
the country.
million. I'd say there's some guns somewhere, right?
Yeah, that one there actually wasn't guns. I did have the registrar along with me for the entire trip from Vegas to Philadelphia, though.
No
She
guns.
actually ended up being the not only the art registrar that was kind of involved on this project, but she also worked for Tim Burton and Johnny Depp.
Dude,
There was
that's
no
nuts.
guns. There was no guns in $142 million moving a painting.
One painting.
Bro, didn't you
Bad.
just see? Did you see the news story about the man? I can't remember what it was that was stolen, but it had to do with like Brinks. Like Brinks was contracted to do some transportation for something. Maybe it was an art show. I don't know, but dude, someone robbed the shipment and got off with like millions of dollars of stuff that was in just a regular semi truck. Like these people, it was going to an auction. These people paid ridiculous amounts of money to Brinks to have their stuff transported in an armored, protected vehicle, and they threw the shit in the back of a van trailer. And somehow someone found out about it.
What wasn't that a movie with I thought that was a movie or something.
No,
I
dude,
seen that in a movie.
It was a news story this year. I'll go dig it up, man. New Nutella. Shut the hell up, Matt. Fucking Matt with his Nutella story.
Hey, that Nutella story is good.
Here's the thing, Rob. They had a tag on it. They had a tag on it. It was going to keep it safe. If you don't break the tag, it's safe.
I guess so. I'm gonna find the news story, but I'm serious, man. Like it was Brinks. I'm pretty sure that it was going to like some type of auction, man. I can't remember what it was, but they did. These people paid for it to be in like protected armored vehicle, and Brinks just they hired a carrier and threw it in the back of like a van trailer or whatever, and yeah, it ended up getting robbed. I will tell you
pay for that.
Hey, shout out to Indy. This is the painting right here.
That's crazy.
Nope, that's not.
He's embarrassed.
No,
Indy's embarrassed. He would never transport such an ugly.
$155 million.
Although
he would never transport such an ugly painting. He would not.
Although it wasn't a load that I hauled, and I don't know the value, I'll tell you that when I met some drivers that were contractors for the U.S. Mint, and I met this guy at the Bosselman truck stop in Grand Island, Nebraska. I fucking love that place. I don't know.
Was it a blue truck? Like a blue, maybe it.
No, it wasn't. I'm going to tell you, like the whole reason that I talked to this guy was because his truck was so badass. It was completely. I didn't even hear what you said, Evan. Fuck you.
I think Hunter's taking his shit right now.
It probably is, bro. Hey, all right. So the reason I'm talking about is we were at the Bosselman, man, and he had parked like 2 trucks down for me, and him and I both walked in, and we had got a shower at the same time, and so I was just talking to him. It's like, dude, badass truck. But they had a Peterbilt They had a Peterbilt 379, and the truck and the trailer was completely blacked out. Completely. The truck, the trailer, the rims on the truck and the trailer, everything. And the reason I started talking to him is when I had walked past this truck to start going into the Bosselman, I noticed that they had an AR-15 sitting in the fucking cab, like attached to the dash, like a cop car. And so I told him, I was like, hey man, I was like, dude, like, what are you hauling? And they were a contractor for the US Mint. He couldn't let me in the truck for obvious reasons. Weird thing to talk about while showering. Shut the fuck up, Matt. Jesus Christ, bro. Hey, it's in a comment, Matt. Why don't you jump on the fucking show, man? Anyway, so
Get in here, Matt.
but we ended up talking while we were waiting for our showers and stuff. And after everything was done, I went outside and we talked. But dude, their truck was armor plated. The windows were ballistic windows. He carried not a Desert Eagle, a 1911 45 as his sidearm. His co-driver carried a 1911 as his sidearm. They had an AR-15 with a 100-round drum magazine attached to the dash and a semi-automatic shotgun in the fucking sleeper. Someone had to stay in the truck the entire time, and all they hauled was the currency and the coins that were being taken out of circulation. But imagine he's telling me, he's like, man, I can haul anything from quarters. He said it may be actual paper money. He's like, they don't tell us what exactly it is as far as like denomination. He's like, all I know is that it's coins or dollar bills. But like, dude, it was the coolest shit to talk to this guy because even though he was a carrier, he had like special permission from the federal government as a truck driver to open carry a sidearm with him everywhere, bro. It was like the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life was to talk to this guy. And I think I'd been driving for like 2 years, but I didn't haul the load. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think an entire truck full of fucking quarters is worth? You know what I'm saying? Like just think about that stuff, man. It was
how many quarters can you fit in there? I'll tell you.
I know, bro. It was super crazy, but I'll never forget that. And the guy, he was cool as hell, man. Like super, super cool. And I'd even asked him, I said, hey man, do people ask you a lot about this? And he was like, believe it or not, no. I was like, dude, so no one notices that you have an automatic fucking weapon like sitting in your truck. And he's like, believe it or not, man, no one ever really notices. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, people are oblivious. So yeah, never hauled it, but I don't know. That probably doesn't trump Indie Truckers 155 million. But I mean, how many times do you come across someone that hauls for the US Mint? Like, I thought that shit was pretty freaking cool.
So most truck drivers don't pack. I feel like the majority
we should be able to pack, but there's so many state laws and the carry, the reciprocity on carrying open carry and concealed carry across state lines. It's a tangle and a mess. I've looked into
all about that.
Yeah, and I've looked in a little past it. I think the most legal you could probably do in a truck, and I'm not an attorney or a gun expert by no means, but I looked in the past. I think if you travel with a shotgun, it has to be on display, unloaded, ammunition in a box, locked when you're moving. Then when you park, you're able to load it up probably. I think that's legal, but don't quote me on that because once again, you're going to have to go to every state and look at that. And that's probably not legal in places like New York, or definitely not in New York City or Chicago, because, why would they want anyone but the gang members to have guns?
Hey, just asking for a friend. If I were to travel with an AR-15 across state lines, across every single state line in the U.S., essentially, what am I breaking any laws?
Yes.
Yes. You definitely do not want the ATF to find out about that.
Who's the ATF?
Alcohol, tobacco, and
three-letter bad monster. Three-letter
it's
monster.
my three favorite things: alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Man, it's
I
like
know.
picking pot pie.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
man.
But just
I don't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, we live in the greatest state, so like, I mean, I can carry pretty much anywhere. But I agree. I think truck drivers should be under some kind of different law that allows them to carry firearms, especially with the level of theft and stuff that goes on. But you know, not that we get political on the show, because we don't. But as Indie Trucker said, there are states out there that don't align with 2A rights, and just period. You know, I mean, even as a civilian going across state lines with a firearm, like he said, every state is different. You can get a license to carry, which like if you get one in Texas, I think it's like 28 states recognize the license to carry. But again, man, like, dude, you go into California, you get pulled over by DOT. They just say, hey, we want to search your truck. I mean, dude, you talk about a headache you don't want. And I'll put this out there. Indie Trucker, you've been out there for a while, King Spud. So have you. There was actually a driver, and if I'm not mistaken, it was in North Carolina that it happened. The dude carried a firearm in his truck, man, was a license to carry gun owner, you know, completely legal. Guy went into North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. It was one of those few states. And he got pulled in for inspection. And for some reason, they asked to search his truck. And he had his sidearm attached to his seat or next to his seat or something like that. They found it, and the dude got fucking prison time for something like transporting a firearm over state lines or whatever. Like, they for real hemmed this guy up and gave him prison time for carrying a firearm over state lines in a semi truck. So it's a real gray area. I don't know it, but Hunter, I'll say, dude, we need to have Matt Leffler on, man. He's the logistics lawyer. We need to have that guy
I like
on,
Matt
man.
Leffler. I like that guy.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
I got a small story about that. Back when I was doing heavy haul, I went to Wyoming to pick up some equipment for a company we did a lot of work for. It was a like what they call a backhoe box. Just a big metal box they put dirt in, move it around, and a container full of like filters and whatnot. You know, put it on the low boy, and took it over to Idaho, to Blackfoot, to the Idaho National Laboratories. Now, if you know what Idaho National Laboratories it's where they invented nuclear power in the States. They also used to test battleship guns out there. So anyway, I was supposed to just drop this backhoe box off outside the gate, you know, and then they were going to pull it in. Well, that morning, the foreman's like, hey, just come through the gate. It's going to be easier. I'm like, okay, I don't know any better, right? I'm just following directions. This box is like 13 foot wide. I roll up, okay, and I picked the wrong gate. Went in the car gate by accident, and so I'm 13 foot wide, and I got a dog in the truck, right? She's in the back. I have this like little tiny 38-inch sleeper, and she's sticking her head out. Okay, she's looking what's going on. They never asked for my driver's license. They asked to swab my hands with, for gunshot explosive residue, and that was it. And they're like, "Yeah, just go over there." So the guy comes out. One of the guys on the crew comes out and said, "Yeah, we're going to take you over here. We're going to unload you back here by the job site." Okay, whatever. I get over there. Then he's like, "Well, the MP's going to come by and they're going to search your truck." And I'm like, should I be worried? He goes, "Oh, no, I wouldn't worry about it." MP opens the door. Here's this German Shepherd staring him in the face. He's like, he freaks out. The MP's like freaking out. I'm like, yeah, it was a big deal. right? We finally got him to calm down, and they're like, okay, if the foreman takes her off the site, then whatever, got that figured out. So then he continues to search my truck, and he finds my 1911. Then he finds, which I completely forgot about, was an extra 10-round magazine for it, and then my 9mm that I also carry at the time. But as soon as he found the 1911, he was out of that truck. I was up against a fence in handcuffs. His fence was like 20 foot tall, got 1-inch cable running through it, top and bottom. It's got Constantine wire on the top, and it's got cameras everywhere. Inside that fence is the dead man zone, and then inside of that is this area of nuclear waste, basically, where they had one of the reactors and they had buried stuff by accident. And so it was this big containment area. And yeah, so I'm like up against the fence with handcuffs because this guy found a 45. This MP, he's freaking out. I found this out later. They were shipping a nuclear waste shipment off site, so it was a really big deal. They scrambled fighter jets out of Montana. They had a tank on a hill with a gun pointed, like a tank gun pointed at my truck. There was a Humvee with a 50 cal pointed at us. Like, it went freaking crazy. I was out there. It's like 20 degrees outside. I'm wearing a t-shirt, and the wind's blowing like Idaho winds, and they finally because they kept asking me, how'd you even get in here? Because I didn't have the background check that takes like 6 months to go through to just get through the gate. And I'm like, they just let me in, right? So it was crazy. And at the end of it, they escorted me off property. We had to unload the backhoe box outside the property, and they gave me my guns back. I'm like, that's a miracle, And I wasn't allowed back, and I didn't want to go back after that. And no, that is not an embellished trucker story. That is legit. That actually happened like that. It's crazy.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Dr. Dre, or I'm sorry, Freight Hound, because he changed his name. I don't know if you're going to catch what I'm about to put down here, but King Spud, when was this? Like, can you give me a time, like at least a year?
2018. It was May of 2018.
Freight.
Were you
Hound.
there? Huh?
No, hold on. I'm about to drop something here. Freight Hound. Our first confidential informant, code named Joe. What does he do? Do you remember why we couldn't reveal his identity?
No.
He is a government contractor that does compliance for nuclear waste transportation for the United States Armed Forces. I wonder if he had anything to do with that load. That's crazy. Do you remember that, bro?
That'd be crazy.
Joe. Yeah, dude.
I know Joe.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't reveal his identities, because he's a government contractor, man, and that's what he does. He does compliance.
Man, that's Spud's like a case study now, and how not to screw up.
I mean, the fact that he made it through the car entrance without any slack at all, that's nuts. But they have the time to dispatch fucking fighter jets and get a tank on a hill. Who's the?
Yeah.
Give me that job. I want to be the guy on the hill with the fucking tank.
Talking about transportation and government screw up. So we're gonna go back to when I was a 911 dispatcher at Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Airport. And one morning, as a few hours into my shift, we get a phone call from the lovely folks over at the Transportation Security Administration. You know what happened? They come in there and they thought that they had let a gun get through the check line and out into the concourses onto an aircraft. So what did they do? They froze, they emptied out and dumped the entire airport. Okay. We're talking about mid-morning on a weekday, pretty busy travel day. hundreds of flights canceled. They pulled everybody out, emptied everybody out.
For a single
Come to fi-
hypothetical
for a
firearm.
single hypothetical firearm that ended up when another TSA person got in there that day, looked at the screen and realized that it was a training slide.
Was it one of them blue guns?
The TSA agent seen the gun and thought that they missed the gun, but in fact it was a training slide that one of the supervisors has put in there to make sure that they're working. So
Taxpayers'
yeah,
money going hard to work.
it was on the Cincinnati News and everything. This had been a long time ago, probably about 2004. But yeah, it was never less than amusing to me, you know, how easy something like that could just blow up out of hand and mess up a day.
Hey, good story, Chris. Hey, Shar.
Yeah.
By Shar, I mean Hunter. I was asking them, asking for a friend, obviously. What would it mean just traveling across, I don't know, every state line with an AR-15? What that would look like?
I feel like you'd be pretty freaking safe. You know what I mean? I feel like
I don't know. What does everyone here think? If you traveled across, I don't know, pretty much every state line with an AR-15.
I mean, I think you'd make it back home to your family no matter what kind of shit you got into. Myself, I don't know. I would feel comfortable riding with somebody if they were, packing like that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a rifle, right? And I think rifles are a lot easier in most states. Now, obviously, don't like run around with it on your dash unless you're in like Houston or something. But
Yeah, I mean, people deer hunt now with AR-15s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, maybe.
No.
Oh man.
There we
What's going
go.
on? This is highly unorthodox. What's the meaning of this? This is bizarre. How are you guys doing?
It's crazy.
Great, man. How are you?
I'm living La Vida Loca. That's what all the kids say. That's what the cool phrase is, isn't it? I'm sure.
Hey,
I'm sure.
Rob, you just say you want someone to show up, they show up. It's weird.
Thank you for the text, Evan. It's good to see you, man.
I just want to give a little backstory with Matt and I. So Matt and I first met when he worked for a current customer of mine that does trailer moves, and Matt and I like hooked up. We're just talking through there, and I've just stayed connected with him. And we used to talk a lot when he was with them, and then we kind of stopped when he moved on with other people. But Matt, it is so great to see you, man. Like, seriously, brother. Like, it is awesome to get you on the show.
Yeah, this is exciting. I have no idea what's going on. My twins are asleep. My older kids are not asleep. It was a snow day today. We had 9 inches of snow. It's been a great time. I love trailers. So anyone's talking about trailers or parking, I suspect, I'm happy to be here.
Hey. No, we can segue this in so well. Hey, Matt, if there were to be a person that were to have an AR-15, that were to travel across every state line in the U.S. with that AR-15, is that a problem? You being an attorney, could you tell me?
So for me to be very clear, I am not your attorney, nor am I giving anybody any legal advice here. I am an attorney in the state of Illinois. I'll tell you, look, if you're going to travel with a weapon, you're going to have to keep the ammunition and the gun separate typically, and you have to usually comply with any local laws. Now, ultimately, you can do whatever you want to do if no one catches you. That's the whole point of it. So I don't know. Is that the kind of answer you're thinking about?
He's waving his damn finger.
Hey, Matt,
Yes, sir.
it is only illegal if you get caught, is what I've always been told.
That's it. I mean, that is the game. Anyway, yeah, that's a great question. How are you guys doing tonight? What does this happen all the time? Like, what is the cadence of this?
Every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, brother.
Golly.
Hey, Matt, I have not reached out to you yet. You're honestly one of my how can I say it? Like one of my golden eggs that I've been saving.
He's got a crush on you.
No, bro. If anyone knows Matt, y'all can talk all the shit you want, but if anyone knows Matt, like Matt's for real, man. Like dude, he knows his shit. He puts out incredible content, and I mean, like he's the real deal, man. I mean, come on. If any of y'all know Matt Leffler, I'm not talking him up. Like you guys know, like Matt.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you why I love this industry. So after my grandfather got back from World War II, he was a tank commander. He opened his own trucking company. He had 6 power units in central Illinois moving grain. And then he gets polio. He goes to the hospital for 6 months, goes bankrupt, loses everything. At the age of 8, my father, his dad is in bankruptcy. He becomes a mechanic. My father, 8 years old, is turning wrenches with his own father to make bills, to pay the bills. Ultimately, my dad gets his first job in trucking in 1976 with Roadway. And at Roadway, he worked in Chicago Heights. That's a union motor carrier. Roadway had been around since 1930. Yellow was 1924. I mean, in the old days, guys, like 1980, 60% of truck drivers were unionized. The world that we lived in, how we moved everything, that changed in 1980. And what we see today is exactly what happens after that. So my father, after spending 15 years at Roadway, opened his own company called Outsourced Fleet Services. We were the largest vendor or provider of maintenance for FedEx Ground for 20 years. So like when you talk about deregulation, you talk about AB5 or all the compliance stuff of California, dude, I love this business. You can't move anything in this country without truck drivers. And we have done everything we can to make that profession attacked. And that's the thing that I fight against. You look at things like how safe equipment is. I'm rambling for a second, but look at the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance. They have the thing called International Road Check. You all know what International Road Check is. 1 in 5 vehicles fail that at the minimum DOT threshold for safety. This is bonkers in this business, guys. And the thing is, that's how it's going to stay. That's how it's going to stay unless we do something. I mean, I love this business. Like, I talk about non-competition agreements. The American Trucking Associations submitted an 8-page document saying we love non-competition agreements. Like, we disagree, me and the ATN, on certain things, but I love this business. I love you guys.
Matt, oh my God, Matt, you are, bro. Oh, Dan. Oh, we gotta have you on the show like all the time.
7 most dangerous job in the country. 7 most dangerous job for high school educated men in every single state. Truck driving is the job. I am an attorney, yeah. So let me tell you about myself. My name is Matt.
Job is being an attorney.
Yeah, so like my job, like those are the papers. Those are the things I'm still paying off, Freddie. I'm still paying those off. I've been practicing law since 2010. My law firm is called the Armchair Attorney LLC. I also trademarked the name Armchair Attorney because I like alliteration. And I'm in trailer leasing. I lease trailers for money. People say to me, Matt, I love trailers. Can I get some for you? I say, sure. What do you want? Dry vans? You want reefers? Flatbeds? Chassis? Ooh. Multi-temp, single temp, let's go.
Ooh la la.
I love those trailers. So there you go. That's what I do.
If you need parking for them, Matt, we got you covered, bro.
Dude, I love the parking space. I mean, the thing is, like, if we talk about parking as existential threat, when you have motor carriers and you have drivers agree that there's a problem, that's a top of the line problem. And one of the very few things that motor carriers and drivers agree on is there's not enough safe and affordable parking. And so when you talk about what it's like to be this industry, the churn rate of drivers at like 120% annually, which is bonkers. Part of that is I can't find a place to be safe at night. If you're gone for 270 nights a year, you have to have somewhere to park. And so I understand what Evan's doing. He said, I realize there's a problem and no one wants to fix it. Oh, maybe I'll just go fix it myself. And there you go. I mean, this is a momentum builder. And then ultimately, those parking facilities become the exchange of autonomous trucks and drivers and trailers. So like, I see the future, buddy. And I love it. It's about parking.
I just want to hop in here and say I appreciate your usage of the word bonkers. I'm throwing that back in my vocabulary.
Dude, hey, if none of y'all have seen Matt's take on the green eggs and ham thing version of logistics, y'all, you have got to go to Matt's page and watch his version of green eggs and ham. And I want to say, Matt, I want to tell you this, that I saw yours first, and after yours, I have seen like 3 other people do a take on the green eggs and ham thing and try to put a spin on it, dude. So, Matt is a word connoisseur. if you watch him, like you are the
He's the lawyer,
stuff-
man. He's the
God.
lawyer.
He's the lawyer.
Non-competes are one of my hobby horses, and I use things like green eggs and ham, or making memes, or hopping on podcasts and talking about them. I'm going to talk about them for a second because you brought them up, and I love talking about them. 30 million working Americans, 1 in 5 working Americans in this country have to sign a non-competition agreement as part of their employment. 30% of those people do not see that non-compete until after they've started the job. And for those of you who don't know what a non-competition agreement is, it's a document that says you can't do the thing that you were trained to do for a period of time in a geographic region. They do it for anybody from freight brokers, sales agents, physicians, anesthesiologists, nurses, janitors, custodial technicians, like anything you can think of that can have a non-competition agreement, they can have them. Let me give you an example. There's a company called Jimmy John's, freaky fast, freaky good, great sandwiches, and really shitty non-competition agreements. They go for 2 years, and they're at every single Jimmy John's location, 3-mile radius. If you go to work for any sandwich shop that has over 10% of their revenue from cold sandwiches, you violate a non-competition agreement. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Don't tell me that about JJ, dude.
Well, then
Come on.
the state of New York, the state of Illinois sued Jimmy John's and got those non-competition agreements that they were using against essentially drivers knocked out. Now, we've seen this business with brokers like TQL who use them ubiquitously. If they could do non-competes on you drivers, they absolutely would. I've seen them done on mechanics, heavy-duty technicians. This is a terrible thing. So if I can take one piece of like interesting content, like a couple, a document of, they make a parody, put it out there, and someone watches it and they know a little bit more about non-competes, like that's a W. Like that's the W, because no business school, no school is teaching you how to negotiate a non-compete because you don't even know what it means. And then you sign it and you get sued, which is, again, bonkers.
So,
Dude,
hey,
I'm
glad. No, we are, Matt. We are so gonna have you on. Like I said, I've been saving you, man. You're like one of those, like I said, like one of those gold nuggets. But I want to tell you,
they know saving something that he's good. He's genuine every fucking show. You just gotta.
That's all I know.
You gotta have him every night of the week. Fucking spraying.
He is, man. But like Matt, like if you follow Matt and stuff, man, you see like he is all over the place, man. He's so freaking busy, and he doesn't realize it, but he's super big in our industry. Like, I mean, he's one of the few people, you say, hey, Matt Leffler, and they're like, oh shit, I know who he is, like the armchair attorney. And but I want to touch on this, Matt, is I actually dealt with the non-compete, man. The very first brokerage that I worked for, I was an idiot. I signed a non-compete. They went under. Coincidentally, they went under. And the guy found out that I was moving freight under the company that I work for now. And he contacted those shippers, and they basically said, hey, fuck you. I don't do business with you. I do business with Pedro. Like, I don't care what you got to say, so forth, so on. But here is actually my question. So when they tried threatening me with the non-compete, I actually had contacted a lawyer about it. And that lawyer told me, he said, hey, man, let me tell you something about non-competes. He said, they're actually primarily bullshit. He said, because if you take it in front of any judge and the judge looks at it, the reason for a non-compete is a company is saying, hey, this individual is doing business in the realm that we do business, and because they're doing business in that same area, they're taking money away from us. It's basically what a non-compete is. They don't want you to make money. And this guy said, hey, any judge is going to look at this and be like, dude, this guy is not taking any existential amount of revenue away from you. Like this doesn't even matter. And the point of that is this guy pretty much said that non-competes are bullshit. Any judge that looks at him and sees him is going to be like, hey, this person is not hurting your business. There's no reason to chase this. And the majority of them get thrown out.
That's not even remotely true. This is the reality. I love this. Look, we have this idea that we don't have, if we sign something and we don't like it, we can get out of it. And so there's a lot of people who think if I sign a non-competition agreement, it's probably bogus. They're probably not going to pursue it. They may not pursue it. There's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't try to enforce a non-compete, but they're absolutely legal in almost every single state except for maybe 4 or 5. And they're designed to be like protect a legitimate business of the business. If they're too broad, so they go for too long, they're too expansive geographically speaking, the court has a rule called blue penciling. And blue penciling means they can take the document and they can modify the contract to make it enforceable in that state. So even if it wasn't enforceable as it sits, it can be modified to be enforceable. That is what TQL does. So this is what great thing about TQL. I love talking about them. I wish they'd let me follow them on Twitter. I would be really nice.
Why
and really
not? Why
appreciate
won't
that.
they let you follow them? I don't get it.
I don't know either. I think I'm a folk hero,
Weird.
but no, they won't let me do that.
You're too
But they-
dangerous for it, man.
But they know the non-compete they have is unenforceable, and yet it goes to court. The court looks at it and goes, oh, yeah, we saw this before. You can't do this, but let me write it again for you and make it enforceable. So even if it ultimately gets modified, you are going to spend upwards of $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month litigating a non-competition agreement. And then your current employer who you might be working with and breaking the non-compete, they get sued. And what do they get sued for?
So you're
They get sued for
unemployable.
tortious interference of contract. And it is what it is. It's fantastic. But they're the bane of many people's existences.
Oh, dude, I worked at the LPT.
It is.
They ain't caught me yet. But also, their accounting fucked up. So it was a mutual dealio. But
Hey,
clowns.
Matt, hey, we got 2 hunters, we got 2 hunters, and we got 2 Matts. Matt Clark, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Hey,
how are you?
Hey, where's your Logistics Lounge coffee mug?
What's that? My volume sucks. I don't know what the hell's going on. Hold on. You want the mug?
Yeah, where's the mug? And you.
All right, give me one second.
You're lucky. You're lucky
What's that?
you came on the show tonight. I said
Hey,
you're lucky you came on the show tonight because Hunter and I were about to send you a return box so we could get our mug back.
Hey, Matt, while you're finding that, I think Spud was about to check out. It looks like he's about to go sleep time.
Yeah,
Spud, I love
gotta
your
go get
content,
dinner.
dude.
Thanks for
I love
having
what you do,
me,
Spud.
guys.
The
Good time.
mechanical stuff that you do
Later.
is amazing. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I love following you too.
You're fantastic, dude. I appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Hey,
See you
thanks
guys.
for being on, brother. See
Same
on
with
the
you.
other side.
Freight Hound and Indy. You guys are famous people on Twitter for me. Like I'm like, this is amazing. Like I'm new to that space. So seeing Indy Trucker and seeing Freight Hound, this is a little.
Oh, I ain't famous on there. This is just that's just like my little nickname. We're at the Logistics Lounge on X, I guess you call it now. But Freight X.
I won't call it X. I went to the Willis Tower. I mean, it's not Willis Tower. It's a Sears Tower. Like the name doesn't change.
Hey, I got $100 plus 1,200 on both bought it that Elon's going to change it back to Twitter this year. So fingers crossed.
Oh, watch someone destroy the value of a corporation. Oh, I love Elon Musk. I love Twitter.
Oh, he's
the fact
a
he's
killer.
like, I'm not going to buy this anymore, and I'm not going to buy it for the price that I said I was. Yeah, dude, you are. And I was like, oh, really? That's what's going to happen? And then, oh, wow, it happened. It's like Forward Air and Omni Logistics. Oh, mark my words. They are combining, and it'll be spectacular.
Hey,
Look at that.
Leffler.
The Logistics Lounge mug.
You got that 20 ouncer right there.
Yeah, Leffler, I got something for you. So,
what you got?
NDA. You like
Yeah.
NDAs? You hate NDAs? What's the NDA?
So the NDAs are a flavor of post-employment restrictive covenants. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick law lesson because that's what I love to do. You let me bring in. I'm gonna ramble about the law. So a post-employment restrictive covenant is a post-employment. You have left the job restrictive. It restricts your liberty. Covenant. It's a contract. So what are the samples of these post-employment restrictive covenants? Non-competes, non-solicits, non-disparagements, and non-disclosure agreements. A non-disclosure agreement is basically saying, hey, I'm going to show you things that are very secret. Don't tell anybody. Like the recipe for KFC, like the trademarks for Pepsi and Coke. Like that is what NDAs are about. NDAs are not about like, hey, Tim over in the shipping office for XYZ shipper. That's confidential proprietary information. Like, no, Google that shit. Like you can find that. So NDAs, I'm not against them if people reasonably understand what they're intended to do. Protecting confidential information of the business, like the source code for Truck Parking Club. Like you want to have a coder work on that. They sign an NDA. That makes sense. It's not the same thing as like, you're going to know our pricing structures like that. Again, like that's somewhat confidential stuff. it is ubiquitous. Everyone signs NDAs. I don't like NDAs that bake in other restrictive covenants like non-disparagements, non-solicits, because that's what other companies do. They'll say it's an NDA and they'll toss in the non-compete inside of there. But I don't care about NDAs. And then the other thing is nobody sues on NDAs. Like no one's like, you told him about that thing. Like no one's doing that. So I don't care.
I got another side of that. I have some buddies that have taken breaks from the industry and like they'll go to get another job interview and they're like, well, what'd you do between January and July? They're like, oh, I have an NDA. I can't discuss that. They never question it.
I'm glad, Evan, that you brought up NDAs. I mean, because I have a customer that for me to do business with them, and I mean, them, I understand it because what they do is a very niche industry. But they made me sign an NDA before we could ever even get set up with them. Matt, is that something you see common, like for brokers to sign NDAs with customers?
Yeah, it is fairly typical in my experience. So a shipper or a big manufacturer has things that they don't want other people to look at. Like there's restrictions on what you can film and record, and they might have requirements that you sign something like this. Again, between two businesses, it's very, very common. Like even when you're beginning negotiations with like a bigger entity customer, they're going to say, before we even talk, we want to sign an NDA, make sure we're all aligned here. So that is not a rare thing. And I wouldn't be too like concerned about an NDA. You want to know like how long does it last? Like if we separate ways, or am I bound in this NDA for perpetuity? And probably not. Maybe it's a 2-year or 5-year, but you have a timeline.
Honestly, Steve, going back to the. Go ahead, Pedro.
I do so much business with them. I'll sign that shit again. Like I don't care. I was just wondering if it's something that's common, and you know they're. So I don't care. I signed it 1,000,000 times over because I do really good business with them.
They're typically used like to say, like, hey, we're not going to talk about the settlement negotiations we took place. We'll have a document like a severance or a settlement that it's signed, and then you just restrict you from talking about it. So the only remedy for a non-disclosure agreement, what the court would do is say, you're going to give an order saying you can't talk to anybody. So it's like a contempt order or a restraining order. That's what you see like in a lot of civil litigation is a settlement agreement, and then no one talks about who got what amount of money.
Freaking
I love the law.
Hey, before we continue, Matt loves the law. That is his baby. We're going to do a whole show with you, Matt. Like I'm serious.
Yeah.
Now that you're finally on, we're going to pull you on, dude. And we're
just send me a message and say, come on the thing. And like, I'll say yes or no. Like I have a rule, and Evan, I think knows this. Like if you ask me to do something, I'm going to try and help you. Like I might not be able to do it, but I'll try.
This is a good guy right here. Matt Leffler is a good fucking guy.
Dude, today you, tomorrow me. This is the nature of this business. Like when you think back to the days of moving freight before there was telephones and cell phones everywhere, ubiquitous in American culture. Like you had to trust people. You're like, please take care of me. If you break down in the middle of the highway with no cell phone and the nearest place is a travel center, it's 10 miles away. Like that life is hard. So like, that's why I look at companies like FleetNet America, which was the former Carolina Breakdown Company. So Carolina Freight was an LTL. They sold part of their business to ArcBest. And then they had this thing called FleetNet, which is a 24/7 call center. Like this business is so hard. Like no sane person does this, but we all find ourselves here. And every one of us gets to realize like we can't get out of it. Like we'd like to, we'd love to, but everything else is worse. Like this is terrible. This industry is awful. Oh, everyone treats everyone like garbage. Like you can't get a bathroom, you can't get a place to park, you can't get a place to sleep.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else you can't do is you can't keep loads of Nutella from going to the strip club. Isn't that right, other Matt?
Yeah, Matt, we've been waiting for the story.
Hey, if they want Nutella, they get it.
Hey, you've got to hear Matt's Nutella story. It is the greatest fucking trucking story of all time. I swear to God.
Well, I appreciate it. I gotta go, Matt. It's nice to meet you guys. Take care. Have a great night, everybody. I appreciate you.
Hey, Matt,
see ya.
thanks, brother. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
So yeah, there you go. There's Nutella. So that right there. Years ago, Nutella was looking for some type of solution to be able to track their shipments, and also track humidity, not only location but humidity. because they had Walmarts that were reporting that, the product itself was separating within the container due to heat and humidity during shipping, so on and so forth. However, it was supposed to be, not necessarily climate controlled, but during the summer months in the Southwest in, environments that are not hot and humid. And coming to find out, we take a Nutella jar that's empty, put a device with a probe inside of it to measure temperature, light, humidity, all that good stuff. And it's on, like, if you shop at Sam's Club, one of those, trays, cardboard trays that pop will come on or something, and it's shrink wrap, right? The whole damn thing goes to the store. And it's on a pallet. So that pallet moves through the, supply chain, so on and so forth. It's sitting there, and last thing is to be delivered to a Walmart store. They don't understand why this Nutella shipment is moving around some locations such as residential areas, a bank, a liquor store, and also a strip club. Well, come to find out, whoever was doing the logistics for Nutella was hiring out guys with box trucks, guys with white cargo vans, so on and so forth, to make these deliveries. This guy that had a box truck had stolen an entire pallet of Nutella for whatever reason and had it in his vehicle. Well, when it was brought up, like, hey, what's going on with this? They're like, yeah, that delivered. Here's proof of delivery, so on and so forth. Come to track it back, no, this dude that was supposed to deliver it had actually stolen it. So we were following this guy and everything that he did, and he was a frequent flyer at a local strip club. So it was a pretty good story. Then, so Nutella's like, well, so we have a larger issue on hand. The hell with the humidity issue. Now we have a theft issue, and it's easier to turn a blind eye to that. We don't want any GPS devices in our shipment. Thanks for uncovering this mess, but it's amazing what you see people do.
That man was getting some private dances off the Nutella.
Yeah, that's probably why he had it.
Nutella.
The moral of the story is strippers like Nutella.
That's right.
Hunter, the other Hunter, dude, like, I'm watching you walk around your house. Holy shit, man. Like, you have got like an MTV crib, dude. Like, oh my God.
No, don't talk to him. Talk to Evan. Evan, what are you paying this guy? I mean, are you guys hiring or what?
No, this guy made money other places.
No, man, I'm typically a peanut butter guy. You know what I mean? I can't afford Nutella for all these other payments, so typically on the cheap. Unless I can get it at the strip joint on a pallet discount, we typically don't enjoy Nutella. It's we're peanut butter people.
That's right, us Kentucky boys, we eat Jif because it's made in Lexington, Kentucky.
That's right.
I just want to say, Hunter, from what I've seen you walking around, bro, you have an absolutely beautiful home and property, man.
Thanks,
if I am ever up in your neck of the woods, like, dude, I just want to come hang with you, man, and tour the ground, man. Like, seriously.
You guys, all you guys are welcome anytime. You ever in Kentucky, your family, we'll take care of you, man. You hit us up.
Where in Kentucky are you at?
I'm in South Central Kentucky, right between Del Hollow Lake and Lake.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm up here in the south of Indianapolis.
Okay. Yeah.
So
a lot of Indianapolis folks got lake homes around my area.
A lot of lake homes and a lot of houseboats that people own that go down there.
Yeah. A lot of Nutella type situations down there.
Yeah, for sure.
He said he's just going to listen, but let's see if he can talk a little bit so these boys can tell who it is. Oh, there. Maybe he's gonna be on here now.
What's up, guys?
man.
Y'all talking to a real American trucking legend now.
Shit.
That's right.
He's got the Marlboro Light, just the going rolling down the highways.
That's right.
It is the Marlboro Light. See, I called it.
Hey Taylor, I'm parked over here. I'm parked next to your buddies here. You probably know Daniel and Phyllis Snow.
I know them.
Goose.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Daniel.
Good people right there.
Yeah, gonna
Phyllis
be over
is-
here all day. Hey, even Jacinda. Jacinda's gonna swing by here tomorrow and say hi. Maybe, I think.
I love Jacinda. She's my girl.
You tell Phyllis if she gets any taller, man, we're gonna have to shrink her down to get her in that truck. I love
I'll tell
Phyllis.
her.
She's my
I'll
buddy.
tell her. I'll tell her tomorrow.
Yep, tell her Hunter said hello. She give you a big hug.
Hey, Shar, we they were doing their show. They were doing a live, and fucking Goose came in, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
damn, there's Goose. There's Goose.
that's right. Yeah, he I jumped him off in Crossville. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always around when he has trouble, and I just love helping that guy.
I always call him Danielson.
Danielson. Love it. Hey
Some of
guys,
you-
my family and my kids just got home. I love you guys. I'm gonna rock out. Y'all have a great
Later,
night.
Hunter.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Hunter.
Be
See you, man.
Peace, Shar. Love you, bro.
Peace out.
Hey, stay healthy, man. Stay away from the vid.
Yeah.
He can't get out. He
Taylor,
can't get out.
I can't hardly see who's all on here. Who all's on here?
So we have Freight Hound and myself, which it's our live show, and then we have Indie Trucker over here. He's parlaying over in Florida, and Matt he is just a logistics lounge freaking legend here. I guess he's been with us since day
The
one.
first one with the cup.
That's
They
it.
got the coffee
He's-
cup.
Yeah, he's involved in GPS tracking, and obviously you already know.
The enemy.
So, hey, where Taylor? What are you hauling, man? Where are you going?
Well, I'm empty right now. I'm going back to my terminal in PA. I'm in Greensboro.
Oh, sweet, awesome. What do you haul? You haul van or reefer, open deck?
Tanker.
Oh, a
Just tanker.
yanker. Tanker
Yep.
yanker.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
That's all I haul.
Indie Trucker over here, man. He's your brother, and he's a tanker yanker.
Yeah. Yeah, I just call him Robin.
Robin.
Yeah.
Robin. That's funny.
Yeah,
shit.
you call me Batman. That's Robin.
Comic sidekick.
Comic sidekick. Oh man, you guys
Teen
are
Titan.
fucking something else, man.
Well, yeah, man, you're talking to as far as the Freight X community here goes. Well, Taylor's, what are you at right now? 56,000? Are you over 60,000 followers now?
No, I don't. I got about 2,000 or 3,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
That's almost as much as Elon has, I think.
Yeah.
It ain't the quantity, it's the quality.
I gotta ask, what's the secret to this X now? Because I know like the trucking community, or at least I guess they call it Freight X now. It just blew up in the past 3 months.
So I've been on Twitter I've used Twitter for years, and long before the Freight X guys came by. I use Twitter for multiple things, not just trucking. Trucking ain't who I am. It's just what I do. So that's why I go by American Trucker. And with that being said, I use it for everything, little politics here and there. So I got a lot of political guys follow me, and
and I conversate with them, and I conversate with the truckers. The misconception is because I'm a trucker, I'm just gonna like join all these trucking groups that I don't really believe in. Bunch of yahoos out here just getting loud, you know, like a certain group that we know, me and Chris know, and then you become the bad guy. Yeah, you become the bad guy because you won't share their bullshit. You know, it's like the other day, and I have to stick up for Noah. I have to. Jamie Anderson is a good man. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of new in the trucking social media thing, so I don't fault him for that. But he's a Noah guy, and he was in a space the other day with these yahoos trying to organize a convoy, and I'm not even sure they're truckers. And Jamie, out of all the people in there, had the most to offer. And as soon as he starts talking, they cut him off. Whoa, that could make or break him with his bass. And they cut him off. I'm very rude to him. And at that point, I decided I don't want nothing to do with that convoy. So I don't share their flyers. And guess who becomes the bad guy? So
the bad guy.
I'm the bad. I become the bad guy because I won't share their flyers because they're so disorganized. You know, I like professionalism and stuff like that.
Hey Taylor, so guys, I want to say I got to get off here in a minute. My son just got home. He just got home from work, and my wife has to be to work early. But before I get off, Taylor, when you say NOAA, are you talking about the National Owner Operators Association?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just asking, man. John.
They're good. Listen, those guys are good people. Don't get me wrong. I just don't believe in what they're fighting for. It doesn't fit my trucking needs.
Yeah. Hey, I was just asking, brother. I mean, hey, no hate here, no love lost or anything. I mean, we've John Cantera and I are friends. We've had him on the show, and I like him a lot. I've watched a little bit of the Mike Boston guy and some other people and stuff, and but I mean, I don't know crazy too much about them. I kind of know what their mission is. Like I said, I was just trying to make sure that's who confirm that's who you were talking about. Yeah, yeah. John Cantera is cool. I don't know anything else about the guys, but we absolutely love John Cantera.
Yeah, that's how I am with Jamie. Jamie's a good man. He's a good dude. We just have different points of view, and I can't fault nobody for that.
100%, man. Guys, I'm going to honestly jump off here. Before I do, and Taylor, I hate that you got on at the end of this, man. Freight Hound, dude, we've got so many people we need to fucking hook back up with. Taylor, we hook up with Spam. I mean, King Spud. Indie Trucker, I want you to know, bro, that is forever going to be his name on this show. Is Spam because of your ass. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, it's
I met
so
up with
funny.
Spud a couple times. Good dude.
Dude, I just like him because he's a Texan. Like, honestly, at this point, I don't need to know any more about him. I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I'm a Texan. If you're a Texan, you're fucking A-OK in my book and shit. Matt, dude, I'm sorry you jumped on late too, man. Dude, I really wish that we could have more time with you guys, but it is 10 o'clock where I'm at. I know it's 11 where Evan's at. It's 11 where Indy's at. Actually, Matt, it's 11 where you're fucking at. And I want to go eat these spicy chicken sandwiches that my wife has made for me this wonderful evening. But Taylor, Evan, did you invite Taylor on, or was it you, Indy?
I did not.
I would just like to say
on X, man. We're trying to grow that X brand.
We're growing X, man. Come on, X.
Indy, if you could, man, like drop Freight Hound and I Taylor stuff and Spud stuff so we can freaking follow him, man. And Taylor, let's hook up, dude. We are all about both sides, actually all sides in this shit, man. I love carriers, just like everyone else here, I think does. So, dude, we got to have you freaking back on the show, man, and let you spit some freaking game to us. Before, are we good in the show? Do y'all want to stay on after I bounce out, or is everybody good with just ending right here?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
This has been a whole movie and a half, bro.
It has. I'll do a
This
round
is
table.
the Lord of the Rings, the long version.
It is. I'll start out at the over here, Mr. Truck Parking Club. Do you have any exiting comments?
Now, I'm Evan Shelley, CEO of Truck Parking Club. Check us out, truckparkingclub.com. Appreciate you guys as always having me on. You guys are the best.
Hey, Evan, I need to get you set up with my Evan. I need to get you set up with my buddy Alan because he's got like a lot of acreages off of Interstate 81, East Tennessee.
100%.
And he talked the other day about maybe letting trucks park there.
Yeah, let's do it.
I said I know a guy. See that part of Noah right there? I know a guy.
Hey, we got referral agreements. Let's connect. Just shoot me a message, evan@truckparkingclub.com. Shoot me a message.
Well, I just probably send you a DM with his information on it. I'm pretty simple, man. I don't really do the email that much. I'm like the old school, no technology except spaces.
Hey, whatever. I mean,
Indy, will you hook Taylor up with Evan?
Oh, I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah,
okay.
He's only got them all connected.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I think I met him down there.
Yeah,
Did I meet him, Chris?
But you should have. I'm gonna send Evan I'm gonna send him your phone number so he can send you some text and give you that referral code there, so you can
yeah, you need a referral code,
get you a little bit there. Yeah, you need a referral code.
Oh man,
link.
Listen. I don't need all that, man. I just want to help you. I don't need to be rewarded.
If you don't want it, just send it on over to me, Evan. I'll just go ahead and take. I'll take Taylor's.
Give old Chris.
I'll take his.
All the.
Hey, Evan, where's the Lounge 69 referral code at?
I know, bro. We do. We need the lounge, the Lounge 69. We need that as our code, Evan. Seriously.
Lounge 6969, I think.
For real. Hey, I'm serious, Evan.
Create that promo code right now. Lounge 6969.
We need it, bro. Hey, I don't know if you know, or Lounge 420. For real. Hey, I don't know if you noticed, man, but we've been sharing your stuff, bro. We're behind you 110%, Evan. Like we love what you're doing, man. You're
free advertising all night, unannounced, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Matt Clark. Matt Clark, do you have, or I'm sorry, actually, Taylor, even though you're only here for a short moment, do you have any words of wisdom that you want to drop before we chop out the Logistics Lounge?
Not really. I mean, smart young man. You guys know what you don't need an old man like me telling you how to preach and how to do it. Hell, I'm learning from you fuckers, man. I'm learning from you fuckers, man. All this new technology, you know. Chris makes me feel young when I'm hanging out with him.
Hey, I'm old like you and Chris, man. We're all old together.
So when I started trucking, some of you guys wasn't even born.
When'd you start trucking, Taylor?
95.
Fuck you. I was 11 years old.
I was 1.
Evan was 1. You were 1 year old, right, Evan?
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter's 31. She'll be
we're
32
94,
this year.
Baby. Y'all are funny, man.
94,
right,
baby.
Matt Clark, do you have any exiting comments before we leave? You want to drop any plugs? Show yourself some love. What's up, brother?
Just water over beans, boys. Water over beans.
Water over fucking beans.
We just want to point out that coffee cup that he just showed is literally as tall as a coffee carafe. I am serious. He posted a picture of that shit the other day, and it was as tall as his coffee pot. So,
Hey, check out this. My coffee is so strong, it's regulated by the government.
That's a real Stanley right there.
Oh my God, I love that, bro. Oh, I love that. Hey, Hunter, I'm telling you, bro, we've got to do like some cups and mugs for the drivers, dude. Like, we've got to do that
I
shit.
still want to get the
bro.
high vis vest. Get some high vis
The high-
vests made.
Dude, yeah. Hunter said we need to make high vis vests that say the logistics lounge on the back of them.
Or we'll just put lounge lizard on the back, you know, just
Do it.
flip the narrative for a second.
Hey, I tell y'all what. If you guys want to give swag away, you know that's actually useful. My friend Shane Schindler created the trucker stick, the squeegee that curves for your spot mirrors and perfect for your mirrors and stuff. Shane's a good friend of mine, and in my company, I got him his first corporate order with my company, and I'm telling you, that's a tool that's perfect for truckers. And you know, if you guys want to go swag, useful swag is always the best.
Yeah, we definitely we could use some like professional advice on the swag too, just to like get it out
just
there.
a shout out for Shane there. You know,
Yeah.
he's got the trucker stick vacuum there that I'm getting ready to install this weekend. I picked him up out there at Iowa 80. I just picked that up.
Well, I'm not bragging, but Shane kind of sent me all that shit for free. The blowgun's the bomb.
Hey, this is a serious inquiry. Hey, we have a segment that we do every Tuesday. It is called Tech and Tools Tuesday. Man, I would love if you would hook me up with your buddy so we could highlight his products on Tech and Tools Tuesday. Dude, that would be freaking amazing. I'm serious, bro. Like it is. It's a
Well, that's cool.
have, man.
I got him a distribution deal with not Lowe's, but DAS Distributing, Road Pro. I used to be one of Road Pro's guys, you know. So you guys going to the truck show? Y'all going to Matt's this year?
I don't know if we're going to Matt's. We're talking about going to the Broker Carrier Summit. If you haven't heard of that, Taylor, the Broker Carrier Summit. It is all about bringing brokers and carriers together and talking about the shit in the industry, man, that really matters, and trying to build.
Hey, I'm trying to go to the championship tractor pool up in Louisville.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. The Matt's Truck Show is the GOAT of truck shows for bringing. Your brokers and your carriers are gonna. Some of your brokers and carriers are already gonna be there,
100%.
but now you can add the third element, the drivers.
100%. I agree with that. 100%. Matt's is fucking amazing.
And I promise you, if you hang out with me at Matt's in the parking lot, you will have memories. We will make memories, will we not, Chris?
We'll make memories. We're going to be out there this year. It is going to be a crazy wild time at Matt's. Listen, Louisville has never seen a party that's getting ready to happen like this one. This one right here, I tend to guess this is going to be the most streamed, most broadcasted, most unhinged Mid-America truck show that they've ever had.
Yeah. So those of you guys don't know me, I play music at Matt's. I play music at the truck shows. So I'll be everywhere as I can through the truck show playing music. In the nighttime, we go out to the parking lot. We bring the music and the fun out there. And this year, we'll probably have Paul Marhofer out there singing. My band will be out there singing. Maybe we'll do some, but Gary Hall from Ice Road Truckers will probably be there. Springer from Shipping Wars will probably be there. Misty Big Rig, all the big names you see in the magazines usually come and hang out at our trailer at the parking lot. So that's why I say we'll make memories.
We gotta try to make that happen, Hunter. Indie Trucker,
I'm there.
Indie Trucker, you have any exiting comments before we drop out?
Hey, you can find me on LinkedIn, on all the social media, Indie Trucker, Chris Thomas. I'm literally trying to get everywhere. I want to be everywhere all at once, just like the movie, but less weird.
You're a fucking. We love you, Chris, dude. Like you, hey, last night's show solidified you as like a lounge. You're like starred, a lounge favorite. You know what I mean? Like we have you bookmarked.
Lounge
That's
legend,
awesome.
bro. First time live time interviews from the lot.
Yeah, it's going to get a lot crazier this year. That's all I got to say.
For sure,
That's
brother.
why I call him Boy Wonder.
Yes, he is the boy wonder. Mr. Freight Hound, do you have any exiting comments before we chop out this piece?
Man, I'm a little bit drunk. I've had so much fun tonight. Shout out to everybody here, everybody watching. TruckParkingClub.com, the Airbnb of truck parking. Y'all check them out. Check out the lounge. Give us some love on X. I know Indie Trucker and Truck Parking Club is going to give us some love. Taylor, find us on there, man. You know, we're trying to grow that brand on a separate side of things because Facebook just it ain't cutting it no more. Old Pedro got hacked today. Where's the fucking robot at? Nobody
I
knows.
did, man.
But
I got hacked today, man. I fell victim to some shit that, dude. Like, and I'm a really savvy guy, man. I mean, I'm not a techie dude, but I'm pretty savvy. But someone did, man. They fucking straight got me, and it is what it is. But
yeah.
Anyway,
pushing a big presence on YouTube and X. LinkedIn's
Hey guys,
always here.
Yes.
But
you guys find me on Twitter. I'm real easy to find. Taylor Built, Bilt, and I'll be happy to share you to 50,000 people.
Taylor Built.
We appreciate
With
Taylor.
the dash,
And
are you Superman? Are you the Superman?
No, Batman.
Oh, I guess
We're-
that ain't you at all.
I'm Robin.
We're definitely going to hook up with you, Taylor, man.
Oh, Merry
I got you right here. We pander to all sides of the industry, and so we're definitely going to hook up with you, man, and have you back on the show, man. Seriously, I mean this is what the lounge is about. It's just about people coming in and chilling and shit, and hanging out, spitting game, and dropping knowledge. Whether you're a broker, a techie, a carrier, whatever it may be. So, excuse me. With that said, we are going to end this amazing session of the Logistics Lounge here in a moment. We appreciate everybody watching. No matter what time you tuned in, please go back, skip through the show. We had a ton of incredible guests on. We had Indie Trucker here, has been on the whole show. Go find him on X, Indie Trucker. Evan Shelley with the Truck Parking Club. Drivers, we all know parking is a crazy freaking thing that's going on right now. If you're looking for somewhere safe, secure, please go download the app, truckparkingclub.com. We had Matt Clark on, who he's deep into GPS tracking. We had Matt Leffler on, the armchair attorney. Jeff Dickinson, the bodacious cowboy. Taylor here. We had Taylor on. He dropped his info. Taylor Built. Please go follow him. Basically, go back, watch the show, skip through this shit. We've had a ton of incredible people on. Make sure y'all go follow them. All of these people are folks from the industry that are professionals. We know what the fuck we're doing. We spit game. We're dropping knowledge, and we're just trying to make everything better. With that said, before we chop out this piece, we got to drop some love to Lane Runner, lanerunner.com. They are the newest rate platform out there that is trying to bring down those three-letter monsters that everyone depends on for their rates. Those rates are done by people who have never moved a load in the industry. We really all honestly feel that the data is compromised and biased. And lanerunner.com, their app is available in the Google Play Store. They're trying to get with Apple, but it is an extremely hard process to get on the Apple Play or into the Apple Store. So go download them. They offer an incredible service. levels of transparency, all kinds of data, reports that you're able to pull and help yourself bid better.
Welcome to the future of trucking with Lane Runner. Up to the minute, trustworthy spot market freight rates. Experience real-time, full truckload spot market rates at your fingertips. Stay ahead with our advanced rate alert system, ensuring you never miss a market move. Gain insights with our detailed high and low paying lane reports. Make informed decisions with comprehensive market reports tailored for your business needs. Lane Runner, accurate, real-time spot market freight rates at your fingertips. Efficiency, reliability, and profitability all in one platform. Join Lane Runner today and take your logistics to the next level. Spot market, spot on.
Spot on, and that's the damn truth. Y'all go down there y'all go over there to Lane Runner, get yourself a 3-day trial. Make sure you tell them that you heard about it on the Logistics Lounge, and they're going to take care of y'all. We also have Shoreline Capital, an amazing factoring company. They have some of the lowest rates in the industry. They offer a fuel card, tons of other stuff. The owner, Clint Weston, he spent 20 years in the banking industry, so he knows the ins and outs of finance. And as he has told us on our show, his goal is to have you not be a customer of his forever. He wants to teach you how to stay in charge of your money and keep that capital flowing so you can stay in business. All righty. With that, we are going to chop out this piece. We appreciate everybody that was a part of our show. Evan, man, like we can't say thank you enough to you. Like the love that you are showing us, man, is absolutely incredible. I hope you see that we're trying to return the love, sharing as much of y'all's posts as we can. We're putting you guys out there. We need that Logistics Lounge link, man. Logistics Lounge 69, Logistics Lounge 420, Logistics Lounge anything. Just shoot us a link, bro, so we can start spitting your stuff out there. Hunter, do you have anything you want to say before we chop out this piece, homie?
Evan, thanks for being here for the long haul, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's what it's all about.
I like what you guys are doing, man. Like, I'm not fucking around. Like, I like it. I like the chaotic nature. I can just invite people in and no one's getting like you guys saw. Like you mentioned Matt Leffler, right? I just know that guy. I could just fucking shoot him a text. I shot him a text. I said, pop in. He fucking just popped in.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
We love you, bro.
That goes the trip. But dude, that's what it's all about, man. Like,
it's
it. Like and the love and support from everybody, dude. Like we're not trying to be some Joe Schmoes out here doing whatever.
Just
like
have a good time.
Yeah. Like you're in love with the game just as much as I am, just as much as Pedro is. And like, fuck, I'm here on a Friday night from the week. And like, dude, let's talk about logistics, man. Like,
let's just fucking get a bunch of people together and talk about shit we like to talk about. It's a lounge.
Yeah, man.
That's it. That's
You
it
get
for
it.
show, bro.
Cool.
And we again, man, we can't say thanks enough, Evan, man. Like you're one of the greatest connections that we've made, man. And we consider you a lounge lizard and the part of the Logistics Lounge Legion. So
I don't know what that is, but I like
it. With all of that said, we appreciate everybody. We hope that y'all had a fantastic week. We hope you have a splendiferous weekend, and we will catch all of y'all next Wednesday. I'm not looking at the calendar, so I do not know who we have coming on, but I promise you it's going to be a badass guest because you only get badassness in the Logistics Lounge. Hunter, roll that beautiful bean footage.